Good morning, everyone joining on the stream. How is everybody doing today? We're going to start getting some debates up here in a second. Only do send a guest request if you meet the criteria that'll be listed here on the TikTok screen. Here in a quick second, everybody. What's up, everyone joining in? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Hopefully, oh, I just moved myself again. That was an accident. What's good, everyone joining in? Only send a guest request if you do meet the criteria that I have listed here on the TikTok screen. What's up, what's up? Zombie, what's up, Sandra? How you doing? What's up, Spooky? Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Joshua? What's Andromeda? How you doing? We're gonna be live until Dean hops on, and then we'll probably join Dean for a bit. I'll chill, and then I'll hop on after he gets off. That's what I was gonna do today. He said he was gonna hop on like relatively early today, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just do a bit of a double. I don't know if I'll get like 2 different 4-hour streams or something like, but like I'll definitely get 2 multiple hour streams. That'll be fun. What's good, everyone joining in? Someone said, is it true that Dean was MAGA? Both Dean and I used to be. Yeah, when I was in high school, I used to be MAGA. And before I even was able to vote, I changed my mind because I took a civics class in high school. Unironically, the civics class in high school got me involved in Democratic primaries, and that changed my mind. That's what I want to say. I think it was mainly Andrew Yang and like people like Kyle Kalinske. I think that convinced me, like genuinely. I'm not trolling. Good morning though, everyone joining in. We're gonna start getting some debates here in a second. Go Broncos! Yeah, I wish Bo didn't get injured. We would have been in the Super Bowl coming up here. You know, I'm so sad about that. I'm genuinely so sad. What's up, everyone joining in? We're going to start getting some debates up here in a second. Only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. I'm taking a guess there's going to be a few trolls before we start the debates, but once we get the debates, it should be here in like probably the next 10 minutes or so. It will start going and everything, so don't worry. Just give it a quick second. There's going to be a lot of trolls. I do apologize. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Farm sim time, Parker.
Not yet. Let's go to the next individual. Only set a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Trump?
I voted for him, but I'm not sure if I more so support him now.
Okay. Like if you could go, if the vote was held today and it was either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I think Donald Trump.
Okay. You have a little bit of a feedback. Is there a way you could fix that real quick? Like in the mic? Like I hear myself? Oh, they just left. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go on the next individual. Only set a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. What's up, everybody joining in? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
None of your fucking business.
Do you support Trump?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a fucking goof ass.
I don't know why you sent a guest request then. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Kick me if you like pee-pee in your butt. Kick me if you like pee-pee in.
They do that like every other day. Is that fun for you? Like, bro. Genuinely embarrassing. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm sorry, but I had a bad dream that you blocked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Let's go to the next individual. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Dude, the people trolling on the live forget that there's actually people listening to this. Like, genuinely. Like, it's kind of embarrassing sometimes what people come up here and do and troll. Like, it's actually, like, really embarrassing. I get, like, cringe through the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck you.
Do you support Trump?
Fuck you.
And do you support Trump?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Fuck you, you idiot.
Okay. What's your birth year?
Don't worry about it, bro.
I have to worry about it. It's one of the criteria to join the live.
21, bro.
21. So what's your birth year?
09/14/2004.
Okay. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
Because I hate women that are in power.
Are you trolling?
No, for real. I think you can say I'm fascist.
Okay. Well, you definitely sound like you're trolling. Like who frames it that way? Like what? So weird. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I'm 22.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah, man.
What's your birth year?
2003. I was born in June.
For sure. And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Oh, Trump for sure, man.
And why?
I don't know, man. I'm a misogynist.
You okay? So is this like another troll, or
No, this isn't a troll. No,
why would you self-identify as a misogynist? You just hate women? Like you're just going to do the same thing as the last guest?
Whoa, hate. Come on, man. That's a bit extreme.
Can you define
No.
misogyny?
Discrimination towards women, basically. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a thesaurus. I'm not a dictionary.
Okay, so at least it's going to have like some element of it that's going to reference hatred as well, right? Like hatred.
Framing it that way is very negative.
Okay, so I mean, I
I
think
don't
that's
think
an obvious
Kamala-
determination if you're saying hate.
Yeah, I don't think Kamala would be a great
Kamala.
president, like a woman.
Why not?
You know?
Just because she's a woman?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so just
other
because she's a
countries
woman
would-
is not evidence to say that she's not a good leader. Give me a good reason to say that because someone's a woman means that they're not a good leader.
Well, there's a lot of. I think that there's a lot of countries that don't, that definitely are like pretty sexist, right? And they would think America is like weak because we have a woman leader. That would be kind of bad.
I think it's more likely that they're going to think we're weak because we're literally destroying our relationships with our allies, and we have an idiot as president that literally looked up at the eclipse with his bare eyes twice, who said that
Yeah, I
windmills
did.
are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before, who said we should look at a disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19, who said we should nuke hurricanes in order to fight them, who's literally
Yeah.
fucking insane. Like, you understand
Have
that,
you
like,
not
I think
seen
that makes us look
Sharknado?
weaker on a world stage than a woman being in a position of power. I don't think Kamala Harris being in the position of power that she's in makes our country look any less weak, because what determines the strength of our country is not the physical nature of the individual who is the president, but rather the military, the access to resources, and to the obviously the conditions of like our allyships that grant the level of power that we have. Okay, it's not specifically Donald Trump's physical stature. Obviously, we know that he's not in a very great physical stature. Okay,
Yeah, he's fat.
so I don't know why that would be used as an argument to say that like that makes people scared of him. Like, are you serious? You think they're scared of Trump because of him physically? That's
No,
embarrassing.
no,
No, of
I
course
think-
not. So then what about
Yeah.
Kamala Harris being in that position would at all change the level of
Wait,
power that the
wait.
United States has? It doesn't. So are you trolling?
No, I'm not trolling.
Then why would you believe this?
I mean, it's not about the physicality. It's about just
Then
how
what is it?
How other countries, treat women. So like, they think we're weaker. Plus, Trump.
Wait. Regardless of
even-
whether or not they treat
Come
women
on, man,
in
let
a
me
certain
say
way
something.
doesn't change the level of power that we have. So they are actually, if anything, forced
No, yeah.
to treat her with that respect. Actually,
I don't know.
so
But,
I don't see any argument to say that. What are you saying?
I think another.
And why
thing,
are you saying that we should not pick a woman
Dude,
because
come on,
misogyny
let me say
exists?
something. This is rude.
I
man.
am finishing my statement. You can shut the fuck up, be quiet, and then you can speak once I'm done. Is that okay?
Ooh, the dude. Okay, sorry.
Well, I mean, you were just trying to cut me off saying I want to speak, like one or two sentences into what I was
the last
saying.
thing I tried to say, you
Go
cut
ahead.
me off.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I think Trump being a kind of crazy idiot is kind of good. I mean, because you don't fuck with someone that's crazy. That's scary. You know what I mean? It's like the dude is like with Venezuela, that shit. Like, that's fucking nuts.
You
What?
sound like you're
that's
trolling, man.
nuts.
Why are you like
I'm
laughing
not.
while
No,
saying
no,
this?
no. I'm not trolling. I'm not
So
trolling.
do you think it's So you think it's a good thing to risk large scale conflicts around the world because we have a crazy idiot in the position
No
of the
one's
Oval
gonna
Office?
fuck with us.
You say no one's gonna fuck with us. I don't know
Yeah,
what that
dude.
even means. If no one's gonna fuck
Dude,
with us, why do you
yeah.
explain why we need someone who's crazy and unhinged in that position then?
Because that's another reason why they wouldn't fuck with us. Because who
Wait.
fucking knows what Trump's gonna do, bro? He's nuts. He's doing all this crazy shit. Oh my gosh! And America's so strong under the
Did that work
power
against
of
Europe?
A crazy
I mean,
guy.
he clearly didn't get Greenland. He clearly got fucked over there because he would have had to literally start a world war in the dissolution of NATO.
Yeah, we could take it if we really wanted to. If he was a bit more crazy, I'm sure we would have Greenland.
Wait, okay, wait. So then you understand that like you're not actually addressing any of the points that I'm bringing up. You're just saying because you feel like he's just generally done crazy things in the past, that means he's somehow good, which, by the way, crazy in this context is not good. We do not want instability from our presidency. Why would you want instability? Does that even fucking make sense in your head?
Dude, okay.
Like, genuinely,
Listen.
like, do you want instability for your family? Do you want instability for your community? Do you want instability
Dude.
for your country? Are you kidding me? Why would you
Whoever the
purposefully
president
support a
is-
candidate that would cause that? Why
Okay.
the hell? Like, genuinely,
Dude,
that just sounds
whoever
like
the
you're trolling. It
president
really
is-
does.
Okay, whoever the president is doesn't actually matter because everything's controlled by the Jews anyways.
There you go. He's trolling.
I'm not sure.
And or a Nazi. So, no good evidence of that, by the way. No good evidence of that, by the way. But he's just going to believe it no matter what because he doesn't require evidence to believe things to be true. He doesn't rely on evidence. He relies on his feelings. It's his feelings over the facts. Literally, someone said in the chat, inspired by propaganda. Literally, that's his entire belief system. Literally, just any propagandistic talking point he could possibly imagine. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm gonna give you one more chance. Kick me if you like pee-pee in your butt.
Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18. I just wanted to say fuck ICE. Fuck ICE. Fuck.
Based. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates, everybody. Taking a little bit longer to get a debate than I thought, everyone. I apologize. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm sick, but I love what you're doing, bro.
Appreciate you very much. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 18. I
You
love what you're
sport, Joe?
doing, though, bro.
Oh, appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay. And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Donald Trump.
Are you driving currently?
No.
It does sound like I hear a blinker in the background.
Well, I'm
And
pulling
you-
into the. I mean, I'm
So you are driving. Okay. Come on when you're not driving. You are totally okay to come up, but just as soon as you're not driving. I could clearly hear that you were driving, and you admitted to it after saying that you weren't. But let's go on the next individual here real quick. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Heil Hitler. Heil Hitler.
You're disgusting. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
Mostly, well, there's a few reasons, but one that we can talk about is immigration.
Okay. I do have a few people to thank, and then we can move on to the conversation. Just give me a quick second, real quick. Bits, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Haley, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I think I did see that the Kamala Harris HQ account is apparently active again. G as well. Thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it on Venmo. Thank you so much. As well as Serge. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the 20 pounds. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, or 20 euros. Thank you so much. I apologize. Thank you. Greetings from Berlin. Thank you so much. And then Mawich as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the 20 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So breaking news, Canada is building a southern wall of windmills, hopefully to keep Diaper Don's poo stink out of our country. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That sounds like a great idea. Alrighty. Go ahead. What about immigration specifically?
The fact that even though you may not agree with the laws, they are laws, and I don't think it's a great precedent to set that this law is okay to break because people need America to, I guess, be kinder to them, and other laws were. I mean, it's just against the Constitution. Well, not the Constitution, but against law. That I don't like it because of that.
So you think that Donald Trump is upholding the Constitution more? Is that what you're saying?
No, I misspoke. I'm not
Or
trying
you're
to
saying
talk
his
about the
immigration is
Constitution.
violating constitutionally protected rights. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not actually. I don't think I'd be able to be very knowledgeable about that. I kind of misspoke when I mentioned the Constitution. It's pretty much against laws. It could be against the Constitution. I'm not sure though.
Oh, okay. So do you think that Donald Trump's immigration policy violates the law? Is what you're saying?
I don't think it violates the law.
Oh, okay.
Who gets to decide what the laws are? Great question.
Oh, okay. So, well, the laws on the books already exist, right? You can't just choose whatever law you want. You can choose to enforce certain laws and not other laws. But in this context, Trump is not following the law. I mean, they literally have limited ICE or allowed ICE to specifically not use judicial warrants to search and seize. They specifically allowed for them to violate due process rights to a greater extent under this administration by expanding expedited removal to those that are anywhere within jurisdictions of the country within 2 years of being within the country, comparative to what it was prior under Biden and Obama, within 100 miles of the border in less than 2 weeks in the country was who it was applicable to.
Okay, can you help me understand? Is expanding jurisdiction the same thing as breaking the law? Is that what you're saying?
I do think that that's violating due process rights, which violates constitutionally protected rights, which I think is violating the law. But I already gave other bases for that, like for example, I already gave you other ones, such as like for example, the violation of judicial warrants, right? Specifically, right? Allowing for them to not use judicial warrants to go into these areas. They're literally allowing for them to mask up without identification and literally kidnap people. That's what was happening.
Okay, so let's give you. Okay, that's fine. It's not 100% the most lawful way to do this. Do you then believe that we should just get rid of the law that you have to come here in a legal way, and because these two laws are broken, throw this other law out as well, let them all in? Like that's not a very consistent position to hold.
Oh, it's like I think you're strawmanning my position. My position is that like if anyone in the country who hasn't committed a violent crime or bad crime should be given a pathway to citizenship, right, where they can stay in the country, and we should make the legal process go significantly quicker to incentivize people to go through said legal process.
Again, okay, I understand that, and I would agree violent criminals need to leave. But why is violent criminals the only type of criminals that we care about, keeping to the law?
Because it's not just violent. I said violent or bad crime. Like a crime that would be bad enough to say that someone should be deported. I don't think just unlawfully entering the country is one.
Well, okay, but I guess it just comes down to a debate over the law. You don't think that's a good law. I also might not think that a speeding law is a good law. I don't think it's up to me being a citizen to decide. Bad law, good law. And I'm a random citizen of the United States.
Wait, can I give you an example? So, in Los Angeles, we literally speed on freeways well above the speed limit all the time, and we don't get pulled over by police because it's the speed of the freeway. You don't go by specifically just the speed limit on certain freeways in most instances in LA. Like, you literally go based upon the speed of the freeway. So you understand that, So I just.
However, it would still be up to a cop. So I understand what you're saying. I used to live in California. Speed limit on most freeways is 65. At least when I lived there.
Yeah, and you'll go like 80 miles an hour.
You could go 75, 80. The cops may not pull you over. However, if a cop did pull someone over going 80, the person pulled over wouldn't then be able to say, "Hey, I was doing what everyone else was doing. You can't give me a ticket." Like it still would technically be breaking the law.
I think it's a typical reason why we think someone shouldn't get a ticket. Now, could they get a ticket? Sure. But does that mean that they should get a ticket? No. So that's kind of like the point I'm making, is that even though it's on the books, right, there is no basis to say that you could to say that like it should be enforced in that context. Given everyone else was doing it, are you gonna fucking ticket everyone else on the road? No, we go that speed because it's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with going that speed, right? The speed limit being a little bit less, that's just something, honestly, it sounds like that hasn't been updated. No one uses it, like, genuinely on many freeways. But now, it's not
That's
like
fine.
to
I
a certain
understand that,
extent.
and
It's
you're
not like
gonna
you can
make
go
the
like 100
argument.
miles an hour, right? That you'll get pulled over if you go 100 miles an hour, right? But like you can go literally 15 miles an hour above the speed limit in certain circumstances. If the speed limit's 65 and you go like literally like 78, right? You know what I mean? Like you won't get pulled over. That's just the reality.
That's fine. You're saying you should be able to go 80 miles per hour, but 100 is too much. Just like you
Yeah.
should be. I mean, like you should be able to enter the country and not commit violent crime. That's okay. Like it's just a violation of the law. Like I understand that. Let's reform the law then, but that's not happening. So why is it a problem?
Oh wait, so I want to reform the
have
law, but the
people-
current administration to be able to reform the law in the way that I would want to doesn't exist yet. So that's not like a something you can say against me, or like am I just not supposed to hold a position because I can't influence the law right now?
No, you can hold a position, but I mean, so I know, but you're arguing more than just change the law. You're arguing even if the law isn't changed, fuck it, come into the country as long as you're not hurting people.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really what you're saying. You're encouraging
my
people
position
to
is that
break
people
laws.
should go through the legal process, but when it currently takes several years on average and literally thousands of dollars to be able to get into this country, you understand why people don't go through the legal process. And I don't think people should be punished in those circumstances, right? Given that they were just trying to come to the country for a better life and they would have gone through the legal process otherwise.
Totally
Does that make
understand, but
sense?
like do you see what you're doing, and that's fine. Maybe you don't consider it a slippery slope. You're encouraging
It's
people to
not.
straight up just break the law. You're encouraging people to break the law.
You could
That's
say
what
that,
you
but
and quite a lot of leftists do. Yeah,
I'm not a leftist. I'm a liberal.
Okay, that's fine. So would you not say that if somebody wanted to come here and they're they have a really hard situation in a different country, you wouldn't recommend them to come here, even though the laws are that they cannot do that illegally? I know you would. I know you would say come here illegally. That's what you would tell people to do. Tell me I'm wrong.
I wouldn't instruct people to do that, but I would say in the circumstances in which they do that they should be given a pathway to citizenship if they haven't committed a violent
So
crime.
what you're saying is, don't give them a slap on the wrist if they do break the law. Oh well, you're still here now. Huzzah! Here's your citizenship. So you pretty much are doing what I'm saying you're doing. You are telling people to come here illegally. At the very least, you're not telling them to come here illegally.
So
but
I
when they do,
explicitly
you're
said
like,
I am
"Oh,
not
well."
telling people to do that. But if they do this,
Yeah.
I would say give them a pathway to citizenship if they've
So-
not committed
so-
a violent crime or bad crime.
You're not telling people to come here illegally, but you're
Yeah.
saying if you do come here illegally, oh well, no punishment. I mean,
Yeah,
it's the
in
same
this
shit.
situation that you're already in the country undocumented, I think the best way to ensure that there's a legal process for immigration is to give you a pathway to citizenship where you don't have to leave the country because you don't have an incentive to identify yourself to authorities if you do not have that in place. That's just the
So
reality.
You're telling me if a
So, by the way,
family
does
has
that mean that you don't
children-
have future enforcement of the law? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that when we currently had a law that doesn't make any sense, it makes sense to have a sort of process to ensure that there's some sort of
Who's
carrying
defining what
over
laws make
into a
sense or
different
not?
process
You
that
know
is
there's-
making more sense. That's all I'm saying.
Probably half the country is for and half is against illegal immigration. Tell me why the laws that don't make sense are you're defining that, and what about someone from my side saying this law does make sense? Who is have more standing? This law that does make sense or this law that doesn't? Well, you know what? You're only arguing
that-
for
watch
you
this.
and your side. It's
Do
half
you think the
side.
legal immigration process should go quicker?
Should it go quicker? Yes. That's not what we're arguing here. Yes. I'll say
Okay.
yes.
So you already agree that it takes too long in claiming that it should go quicker, right?
Okay, I'll give you that too. Yes, it takes too long. I would
Okay.
say.
So you established already, you agree with my position that it takes
No, I
too
don't.
long.
There's no
Does it
slam
cost
dunk
too
here,
much?
'cause
Like,
yet
because
again-
for on average, it costs, I think it's like $7,000 to $10,000 per person, right, to be able to get into the country. Do you think that costs too much to be able to immigrate here?
Actually, I'm okay. I'm gonna disagree that you should pay a decent price to move to an entire new country. I know that America has not
Like,
the
to
only
the-
one that
to the
has
government?
immigration law. Who should it go to? To a random citizen living in that country? Of course, to the government.
Wait, why do you think it can't just be something that they don't have to pay so much for?
How much money would you say that you should pay to move to a new country?
Are you talking about in moving costs, or are you talking about in
Maybe in residing there costs too, like altogether.
So we're talking about costs paid to government not
Sure.
just moving costs.
Sure, yeah, everything. Do you think anything should be paid to the government or nothing at all?
I honestly don't see any good reason to.
Okay, I mean, I guess it's the government, so there are obviously different rules, but they own the land. You should pay the person. If you're going to move to anywhere, you're paying. Obviously, you're paying a landlord ongoing, but you should pay a one-time fee because it's their land and you're asking for permission to live there.
Do you think the fee
Right?
should be like $10,000?
Okay, even if I said it should be $5,000, I guarantee you still would be anti-immigration. Like, that's not like the
I would say,
argument.
yeah, because $5,000 is ridiculous too.
Okay, if I said $2,500, you'd still say it was like
That's still too much.
You're trying to get me down to zero or whatever, like $100.
Practically,
probably.
yeah. I'll accept $25. Take it or leave it.
No, because other countries have immigration laws
Okay,
too.
you left
Like,
it.
you're
$0. $0.
Again, you're just arguing for people to be able to come here illegally, but you're not saying that because then you would have to claim that you're telling
Hey, dude,
people
I'm
to break
saying
the
that
law.
this is the best way to ensure that there is upholding of the law as well. Not only because it will allow for us to go after people who are actually a threat to the safety and security of our population, but also because undocumented immigrants that are already in the country, they can they can go to the law and say if they've witnessed a crime. So it actually helps us uphold the law to a greater extent because people who are within the country can speak up about the things that they witness.
Breaking the law helps uphold the law to a greater extent. It's just like what's the word?
Yeah, because I mean, this is a law that genuinely doesn't make much
sense.
sense to enforce in this context because people who are
On
coming
your
here through that
side-
process specifically are not bad people. And you say on your side, this isn't just like a liberal thing. This is supported by people who are on the right as well, like libertarians. Okay,
And
you
I'm sure
understand
some
that there are
people on the left
conservatives on.
support.
You understand there are conservatives on the right that do disagree with this immigration policy, right?
Just like there are conservatives on the right that disagree with some abortions. Like, both sides can vote both ways. It's like still 50% of the people would be on my side and 50 would be on yours. But somehow your side is more important, even though it's against what the law says. Like you're still not making a great case for, my position is stronger because of these rules that don't make sense. You're not arguing very well from, except let's break the law because we want people to come here.
No, I'm
That's what you
saying
said.
I'm saying that it makes sense specifically to treat it this way because I don't think these rules make sense. I think you agreed with me that they don't make sense because of the fact that you agreed they take too long. The only one you agreed with was the cost being like $10,000, which is just fucking absurd. I don't know why you'd want the cost to be $10,000 per person just to be able to immigrate to our country.
So if my position was it didn't take too long and that, it was fine as is, then you have to admit or agree that the only argument you have is your preference for a law being bad?
You
Because I
understand?
wouldn't
Wait.
compare
By
to
the way,
some side, is
I
it?
could provide other arguments for why this is the case. That's just the only point we've got to in the conversation was describing the point. Why are there benefits to this? Well, there are economic benefits. There are social benefits. There are benefits in terms of being able to enforce the law, such as that I mentioned. Right? You can reference all those other benefits. I was specifically just mentioning my particular view.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the specifics on how immigration benefits our economy?
These benefits are obvious from what you're saying is because obviously more people adding to the GDP and working is not
GDP,
ever going to be-
productivity, employment rates for natural-born U.S. citizens, wages
Yes.
slightly increase or stay the same.
Do you not think it's possible to break a crime and then have favorable outcomes? Because I see what you're saying. Like you're arguing
But
favorable
for society,
outcomes.
society as a whole. Wait, and you said okay. So even if there are favorable outcomes, it doesn't make sense to violate the law. Okay, well then you disagree with Donald Trump violating the law and deporting people, right? Because of the fact that even though it has successful outcomes under your own view, you just conceded. Now you don't support Trump in
No, I
terms
do
of his
support
immigration
Trump, not-
policy.
How come I didn't see you on TikTok when Obama was deporting more people than Trump doing the same thing?
Oh, because I was like 6 years old.
You would okay,
Because TikTok didn't exist? What are you talking about? What do you mean you didn't see me on TikTok? It wasn't a fucking app. And I was literally a child. Okay? What are you
Years
talking
ago,
about? I am 23 years old, sir.
Yes, I know that you're 23 years old.
Yeah, so like under Obama's administration, how old do you think I was, sir?
Fine. Did you do this when Biden was president?
Yes.
He deported quite a bit. No, you did not, Parker. He deported quite a bit of people as well.
He did. And I
think
also
Trump's
disagree
bad
with
because
By the way, how many times have I said on my live stream that I disagree with Democrats deporting those that have committed violent crimes and bad crimes? I just prefer their position because they're prioritizing going after people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes to people who have not. And they're trying to make the legal process go significantly quicker. So their position is significantly preferable to the Republican position as of right now, right? That's what I'm saying. But I'd still disagree with their position. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I still have pretty low reason why. So, if so, you're saying if the majority of people agree the law is bad, we should kind of just think about getting rid of it. If you can point to a few favorable outcomes.
No, not necessarily. Just because a majority of people think that doesn't mean that it's true. It's going to be a thought process that I come to. Like,
the thought process that you come to, based on what? Not the majority of people, just your preference for a thing, or what?
sure, it could be based on my preference for a thing, but like it's going to be like based upon certain outcomes that benefit society as a whole. That's
Yes,
going to
you
be
don't
my
see
analysis.
certain outcomes that benefit society as a whole from keeping stricter border laws and not allowing most, if not all, foreign people in the country at this time?
Yeah, if you haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, providing them a pathway to citizenship through amnesty and making the legal process go quicker would absolutely benefit our society as a whole. And I can give you economic benefits. Would you like me to mention those?
I would. Okay. Do not. Lots of violent crimes are committed
Really?
daily.
Because undocumented immigrants commit multiple times lower rates of violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to natural-born U.S. citizens. Did you know that?
Obviously, there's a lot more natural-born U.S. citizens than violent
I'm talking about per
criminals.
capita, buddy.
There still are more natural-born citizens per capita.
Do you know what per
than
capita
violent
means?
criminals.
Do you know what per capita means? Per capita means taking into account population. Okay? So you can't say more people is a criticism of a per capita statistic because it's taking into account population already.
So you're trying to tell me per capita there's more violent criminals than U.S. citizens?
No, I'm saying, what are you talking about? Per capita, undocumented immigrants commit lower rates of violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to natural-born U.S. citizens.
Okay, I'm not actually even quite sure that per capita would quite matter as much as in this conversation. I mean, like,
What does per capita mean?
Meaning per, it's an area and a size determination. I don't exactly have an answer off the top of my head.
Okay, per capita is going to be like per a certain amount of the population. So like per 100,000 people. 1 per 100,000 people, right, would be like a per capita. You're taking the rate into consideration. It's taking into account population. It could be divided by population. It could be, per 100,000 people. What is the specific level? Does that make sense?
Yes, but still, banning immigration as a whole will get rid of the violent criminals that do slip through the cracks. I don't see a problem with that. Follow the law and don't commit crimes. And even, I mean, it's the same thing that you would probably argue for gun reform. Lots of schools have been shot, have been pew-pewed, whatever you can say on TikTok, but you probably would be more in favor of banning guns as a whole. And what's the difference between that line of argument, banning guns as a whole, banning immigration as a whole? Some bad ones have got through. Yes, same with guns. Some bad ones have got through. So cut it off at the head, ban it all. It's what a lot of people on your side think, okay?
Right. I don't advocate for banning all guns, man.
Okay, lots of Democrats do. Sorry for assuming that you might have fallen into what most Democrats think.
Most Democrats do not want to ban all guns. Where the fuck did you get that statistic, man?
Maybe I've been watching too many of your types of TikToks because lots of people on
my
TikToks
types
on
of
your side.
TikToks? I don't know what type of TikTok you watched me make where I said I want to ban every single gun.
You knew what I meant. Your types of TikToks, meaning people that are on your side that make the type of TikToks that go viral with the political shit.
I don't think I've seen someone argue for every single gun to get taken.
That's talked about banning guns? Interesting. Okay.
Not every single gun.
Every single gun. You're going to look to the extremes. Yeah, I know.
That's what you just
What
said.
I'm saying is, what? That I just said ban? Yes.
I totally agree with gun control. Do you disagree with gun control?
Do I disagree with gun control? Stricter mental health checks, I'd say, is where I would go because I think
Name one Republican policy helping out mental health.
It's very irrelevant. Let's say that
it's irrelevant. How is that irrelevant?
Let's say that Republicans passed 0 things helping mental health. Where are you going with that?
Where am I going with that? You aren't actually upholding caring about mental health if you support Republicans because they don't actually care about upholding people's access to mental health care and health care in general. So if you think that's the way of addressing gun control in this country and Republicans don't do that at all, then you clearly disagree with them there.
Okay, hold on. So I disagree with the Republican. I disagree with the Republicans in the aspect of specifically gun control that they haven't passed the laws that they should. Okay. That doesn't mean that I think we shouldn't be saying stricter mental health shit. Wouldn't you agree too?
What do you mean? What do you mean stricter?
Just because they haven't passed laws doesn't mean it's a
No, what
thing
I'm
to say,
saying is that
let's
you
strict-
if
let's tighten
if the
up.
main way you think of addressing it is to address it through like specifically mental health care, then I don't understand how you could support that, given that, or support Republicans, given that you completely disagree with them on the topic. You can't use this as a reason as to why you're not going to vote for Democrats when you completely disagree with Republicans on this.
Hold on. Since when is speaking about voting for Democrats? We're just talking about this is shifted into a gun, control thing now. I'm not voting for.
The live stream is about why you support Trump, and you're trying to say why you support Trump, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I would support him for that too. I guess that's not really like when I go to the polls. Hey, are the Democrats going to take my guns? That's not really what I'm thinking.
Okay, so then what's your reasoning? Then what do you care about?
For supporting him? Okay, we already got into a little bit of the immigration thing. Are you asking me another reason why I support him?
Yeah.
Honestly, we're not allowed to talk about one of those things. I hear you and Dean say quite a bit. You can't talk about the transgender thing. So I guess we move past that. Honestly, a lot of it nowadays is have to do with the immigration, just the state of the country, and how I just think that it's becoming way too, it's way too woke now, and everyone's way too,
It's way too woke now? Can you define woke?
Well, I mean, that's not why I didn't vote for Trump, obviously, but yeah, I mean, that is a statement that I think is true.
Can you define woke?
Being extremely progressive and over, what's the word for it? Being extremely progressive and honestly taking offense to and making a big deal about every little thing, when even the groups that are offended are not offended. Like most of the people, minority groups that, people, use language and slurs about aren't the ones that are offended by it. It's white people that are. And they're the ones that make the laws.
What slurs are you referencing?
Oh, if I say a slur, you're just going to ban me, though.
No. You can just reference the slur, right? Can't you just reference the slur?
And,
of course, you shouldn't use the slur.
word.
Yeah, wait. You don't think gay people think it's wrong for straight people to use the F slur?
I don't think that most would care, no.
I think most gay people definitely do care.
I don't think so. Why is it
What
not?
do you
Is it
mean you
because
don't
there's
think
no
so?
gay lawmakers?
Do you have any gay friends?
I do not have a lot of gay friends, but doesn't mean that I haven't, been online long enough. I know
Every single gay person I've ever met in my life would have an issue with that. Genuinely.
How many of these gay friends that you have are Democrats or left leaning? Because that would answer a lot of the reason why they get offended easily too.
Oh, being Democrat means you get offended easily? Is that your argument? Wait, I'm sorry. So by the way, so you're just trying to associate it with them being Democratic. Wait, do you know gay people disproportionately are Democratic?
Of course they are. That's
okay, so then why are you using that as a reason to say that they're too sensitive?
Well, because it does come a lot of the time. If you are a Democrat, you do fall more sensitive to.
By the way, you said if they were sensitive to it, then you would have an issue with it. But then when they are sensitive to it, then you're saying it's just because they're Democrat?
No. If you're sensitive, that's fine. No, it doesn't matter if you're sensitive. We're not going to make policies based on how offended people get. It's not.
Wait, no, we're not making a policy based on this. We're saying you shouldn't use the terms.
Why shouldn't you use the terms? Because
if you're a straight person, yes, because it offends the community specifically that it's in reference to. I have a question. Are you Christian?
So it is offensive, and that's why you don't like.
I have a question. Are you Christian?
Yes.
Would you be okay with me just saying the most satanic shit right now I could possibly think of?
Would I be okay with it? Meaning, would I try and get you canceled for it?
No, it's not about getting me canceled for it, but would it if I disrespected your Lord and Savior right now, would you have an issue with it? Would you get sensitive?
I could personally have an issue with it, but I wouldn't go out of the way to tell you shouldn't do it. I wouldn't go out.
You wouldn't tell me I shouldn't do it, really?
What do you mean? I mean,
okay. If I desecrated your if I desecrated your Lord and Savior on the live stream right in front of you, you wouldn't tell me to stop.
No, if you desecrated, you just get banned for pooping on stream, bro. Come on.
You know what I mean. I don't mean literally, dude. Jesus Christ.
That's what desecration is. Normally, people don't use that
Dude,
in a figurative
I
sense.
did not mean it in a literal context. Like, if I say I would destroy this argument, I don't mean literally destroy. Does that make
Obviously,
sense?
people just don't use desecration much when they're making analogies. Okay, I get your analogy, Parker. Yes. Goodness.
But are you
But
thinking
honestly,
defecation?
no.
He's
But
thinking
do you wanna know what
defecation, not
does
even
happen a lot of the
desecration.
time? A lot of the time what does happen, especially in the UK, is people get banned and sent to jail for online messages. It doesn't matter how hateful your message is online or in person. You should never be put behind bars for it. That's a different argument completely, but like you're going to have a hard time like arguing for that.
Hard time arguing for what? Go back.
Jail time or even honestly substantial fines for speech online, and even if it is
We're not
derogatory
advocating
or
for jail
hateful.
time.
I'm just saying in the UK.
Who
people
said people were advocating for jail time for people who use slurs? We're just saying you shouldn't do it, dude. Like, I'm just asking, would you tell me to not do it if I made fun of your Lord and Savior and if I literally like was saying horrible things about them?
The argument that I'm making though is people do more than
Wait,
tell
you said
people
yes,
to
right? You
not
said yes.
do
So
it.
should I be able to call you a sensitive little snowflake because you are getting mad at me making fun of your Lord and Savior and desecrating them?
You can call me whatever you like, but where I'm going with this is I do see a lot more punishment than, oh, you said gay or whatever to a person that's gay. They're trying to literally like change laws in some places where you can't say these things. It's more than just you can't say it. You get punished for it some places. That's what I'm saying. You should not be punished for your speech.
Dude, no one said that. When did anyone say this? You're just like making something up in your head to get mad about.
People cancel other
You're
people all
literally,
the time for
you know,
words
it
they
sounds like
said
you're the
years ago.
snowflake right now because you're making up hypothetical scenarios in your brain to get mad about that no one's
I'm
even
not.
saying. What laws?
This happened.
In the US, what laws?
People get canceled for their speech all the
Like
time.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, who wanted the Epstein files to be released?
No, like you used to not be able to talk about COVID on YouTube because
Wait,
of
pause,
COVID
pause.
misinformation.
Yeah, because it is. And that's totally
No.
fair. If they on their
Laws and
platform want to, wait, that's called free association.
not fair,
If they
no.
on their own platform want to do that, that's what they get to choose to do. That's the free association. And
Misinformation wasn't even misinformation.
wait, do
People
you
just,
disagree with
like,
do you disagree with free association?
free association?
Yeah.
Meaning if you're on your own platform, you should be able to choose what people do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, okay, I agree with that. Now, do you agree if it's your own country, you should tell others that they can't come in if they want to?
I think
Because it's
that
your own
yes,
because it's
yes,
your
yes.
country?
Like for example, people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes, or say someone
No,
was held
anybody.
civilly liable of
No,
sexually abusing a
anybody.
woman. Yeah, they should not be allowed into our country.
No, hold on. Anybody. YouTube can do that, right? If you don't want to be on their platform for any reason, they could ban you. You agree with that? Do you not agree that the government can tell anyone they can't come in even if they've never committed a crime?
I think that we're going to treat a country in terms of people differently than we're going to treat in what they allow into the country based upon our political positions, differently than how we're going to say a social media. I could disagree with how the social media operates, but I don't think that there should be a government overreach over a social media company to force them to specifically to like allow or not allow speech. Like, do you think that they should be
the government?
like, for example,
the government shouldn't force them.
Yeah, like, do you think the government should be forcing social media companies to allow certain speech they don't like on their own platforms? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's fine. But like, if the social media platform is then allowed to say, "Hey, you can't force me to do this. I'm just going to do it." It's the same argument.
Let's
with
say
our
we
country
created
saying
an
you can't come
anti-Trump
in.
platform where like there are no Trump supporters on this platform, right? Do you think that should be allowed?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that because they do this with like different things. I mean, like there have been all black colleges or not colleges.
I'm just asking you specifically. Let me make the point fully about this. So I'm asking you specifically about this. That's demonstrating specifically that you get to choose who is on the platform, who is not, in free association, even though you disagree with it.
I agree that it needs to be consistent, either all or nothing, because you can't just pick and choose what people. I guess you could.
Yeah,
The argument is you can pick and choose what people you can be on your platform. You know, that's fine. But
Yeah,
they
that's
don't apply
literally
it,
what
right?
social media platforms get to do.
Yeah, I guess they're all just influenced by what is it, liberalism.
It
and
sounds
stuff,
like you're
right?
the snowflake. You're getting mad that your fucking videos were taken down on YouTube. That you literally have to force the government to allow your platform or allow for your videos to go on that platform instead of just going to a different
Well, that's fine,
platform.
but you do realize you pick and choose when in society. we're
How
allowed
about you
to
go
do that.
over to X ran by your favorite billionaire in your own head that specifically begged to be on Epstein's island if you want your free
Do you
speech.
think, okay, so you think social media companies should be able to disallow anyone for any reason off their platform, correct?
Um,
And if that is the case, what if
I
they
wouldn't say
said,
for
okay,
any
we're not,
reason. I wouldn't say for any reason, but like yes,
they
there
just
are,
didn't mention it?
in most contexts that's allowed. Yes.
Okay, but you would not be able to say, hey, you're a black person and you're not allowed on our social media site because of that.
Yeah,
immutable
that would
character.
violate the Civil Rights Act. Yeah.
But if you just didn't say it, it'd be fine to, you just never allowed anyone from a certain race on your platform.
Well, then we
Didn't
would be
tell them
able to
why.
file discrimination lawsuits.
Okay, so it depends on the reason. If you say something about COVID, we don't like it. Okay, but hey, you have to be here, no matter what your race is. It's very inconsistent.
What's
If you're able to
inconsistent
tell some, if you're
about what I
able
just
to own a
said?
platform and a company, you should be able to make whatever laws you want.
Yeah.
And-
Okay. So should I
you
be
know-
able to ban people from spewing flat Earth nonsense on my platform?
Should you be able to as an individual person?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But then I also should be able to make a platform and say,
Hold
no,
up,
black
pause.
people are allowed on it if I so care to.
Oh, okay. So
And I shouldn't get in trouble.
yeah.
I
Well,
shouldn't get in trouble. So you wouldn't get in trouble.
yeah. Wait. No. The point that I'm trying to demonstrate, at least in this scenario, which that's just a crazy thing to say in this context. You understand that the Civil Rights Act can apply in with specific businesses if you're controlling a business and not allowing them and discriminating. In that context,
I'm
like
saying
if
if
you
you
own a
wanna
business like a
discriminate
social media
against-
platform, we just went over this. That would be a racial discrimination lawsuit.
That's fine. And I don't know why this is a bigger argument. Why are you not allowed to racially discriminate other than you have a preference for it not to be that way?
What?
And I'm not saying
You
that
think
I would
you think
do that.
racial discrimination should exist to a greater extent?
I think freedom of speech should exist.
You just said freedom of speech should exist while simultaneously saying that the company shouldn't be able to determine what speech they want on their platforms.
I'm saying that's fine if that's the case. What you can have what speech you want, you can have what race you want.
So you try to brand it as free speech, but really you just want more racism, is what it sounds like.
I'm sorry, but like, is the law right now about free speech saying you can't say anything
And
racist?
also, oftentimes I feel like when people say free speech, they mean freedom of consequence. You just want to be racist without consequence? Is that what it is?
What will the consequence be, by the way? What consequences should you put in place if someone is racist?
Well, I think social consequences do exist. If you specifically say certain things, you're going to get backlash.
Yeah, the backlash being, hey, don't say that, like that's fucked up. Yeah, sure, that all happens already.
Yeah, you understand that, right? Like that's what should happen.
Yes, but you should not, that should be the extent of it. That's just freedom of response.
Like for example,
Freedom of
right? Would you
response.
like there are plenty of people that wouldn't hire people that do that. So you could lose your job. I wouldn't hire someone like that.
And that's fine, and it was a great example. You can hire whoever you want. If people say something you don't want them to say, then don't hire them. It goes the inverse way as well. You can hire who you want to hire. We're arguing for the
So
same
by the
thing,
way,
but
you just argued that after literally saying that YouTube should have been forced to keep vaccine misinformation on their platform. That was literally what you originally were arguing. So you're contradicting yourself.
okay, fine. I'll change my position then because if I realize there's inconsistency in my argument, they should be able to get rid of whoever they want off their platform, and it should go both ways, and it should work throughout society.
Okay, so if you believe they should be able to, then what were you complaining about? You little snowflake.
What was I complaining about?
Yeah,
I'm
you were complaining
that it's not
about
very consistently applied in any aspect of society. But when it happens on one side more than the other, there is a lot more of outcry than. Yeah, you're right. The vaccine information like that was like weird, but that's not nearly as bad in your mind as any other discrimination that you don't care for.
So you're saying I don't care for discrimination. Is that what you just said? By the way,
Yeah,
while
sure.
you support a racist president over someone who is not racist for president, so
prove
what
Trump's
discrimination do I
racist.
support?
Oh my God.
Tell me, what
Sorry.
discrimination do I support?
What discrimination do you support?
Yeah, you just said I support discrimination. So tell me, what discrimination do I support?
I don't know. I mean, you don't support people being able to speak out against certain people groups if they so choose to.
What do you mean? What people groups are you referencing and speak out in what way?
you just say how you feel about use derogatory terms. You should be allowed to do it.
Yeah, legally you're allowed to do it, but you shouldn't do that.
Yes.
Is what I say. So how is that me
Yeah, you
advocating?
shouldn't
So
do
you're saying
it,
I'm
but there shouldn't be
advocating for
consequences.
discrimination because I'm telling people to not use slurs?
I don't believe I
You want to
actually
use
said that.
slurs so bad that you think I'm discriminating against you for saying that you shouldn't use slurs. That's embarrassing,
I think
dude.
slurs are
Holy
so bad
shit,
is what's
dude.
funny.
How embarrassing is that, by the way? Talk about he
way, if I
doesn't
do
care about
say-
free
if
speech.
I
He wants
did
freedom
say
of
a slur-
consequence. He doesn't want me to tell him that he shouldn't be using the terms. That's what it is.
No, because like we're both adults, and why do you care what I say, and why do I care what you say?
Why do I care? Because it impacts people.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't care
It
what
does
I say.
quite- does
So then
not
you'd be
impact-
wait. So then you'd be okay with me slurring, like someone slurring your Lord and Savior, right?
Yeah, go ahead. You can say, "Oh my
Okay,
God," and then I
so
can say,
wait-
"Say one
Oh wait,
thing," right?
so then
You wanna do it?
you'd be okay with someone saying whatever they want about your Lord and Savior. You'd have no issue. You wouldn't tell them to stop.
If I had him on a platform with thousands of viewers, I wouldn't ban him for it.
Oh, so you would just let people literally on your own platform desecrate your Lord and Savior repeatedly over and over again. You wouldn't kick them?
Hold on.
I
Are
find
you
it really
trying to-
okay. By the
hold
way, I
on,
just want
but
to
are you
clarify.
trying to make-
I find it
are you trying to
really
make the
hard to
argument?
believe. I find it really hard to believe that if someone came up on your platform and just started spamming 666 that you wouldn't ban them. That you wouldn't kick
Why
them
would I
from your
ban them
stream.
for Why would I ban them for typing the number
Would,
6?
would you kick them from your stream?
Probably not. No, I wouldn't want to foster an environment
So,
where
so
it's like only
if they were
the
like
opinions that I
screaming the
want are
worst
gonna be
things you
there.
could possibly think at your Lord and Savior, you just let them do it on your stream over and over again, and you would never kick them at all?
First of all, we're going to make a difference between a god, an entity that exists and is real, and a word that's not actually being even directly harmful at anybody.
No, but if you're
Let's say the N-word.
how about
Right?
if you're
You're
being,
not gonna say,
would you
hey-
let someone be blasphemous on your live stream?
Yeah,
Would you
sure.
kick them for
It's
being
not-
blasphemous?
It's not up to me to punish people that are blasphemous. I don't even have that power. Why is it up to you to?
Wait,
try
wait.
and-
So, but would you let
Why
would you
is
let
it up
them?
to you to
But would you let them
speech police
promote
people?
it? Would you let them promote it on your live stream without response?
No, I would probably, like, obviously for conversation's sake, if they kept saying it over and over, I would say, okay, let's have a conversation. Okay, and then I'd like, if they
But if
just
they
kept
didn't
saying
have
it,
a
like,
conversation with
repeatedly,
you and they kept saying it over and over again, would you kick them?
I would kick them not because of the words you're saying, but because of how annoying that is interruptive to my stream.
Oh,
Right?
okay. So what you're not understanding here, at least, is that you at least had some disagreement with it, right?
I wouldn't have a disagreement
You
with
had
the
some
words. I'd have
issue
a-
with it.
For example, if I
so by the
started
way,
just
so
screaming
just
at
to
the top
clarify,
of my lungs,
so would you
kick
tell
me.
them to not do that? Would you say that you shouldn't do this?
I would say stop again, not because of the word.
Oh!
Stop just doing it.
Oh,
Not because
wait.
of the word that they're using, but because of how interruptive
so-
it is to. If I started screaming
Oh, you say
macaroni and
interruptive.
cheese 1,000 times
Okay,
right
hold
now,
up, hold up.
you would
Let's
ban me.
let's say that they weren't interruptively doing it, but they do just say it. Would you tell them to not do that, or say that that's bad to do?
Is it flowing the conversation, or is it just completely derailing the conversation every 5 seconds? Because you can kick people for other reasons than
No,
he
no
said
derail
a
of
bad
conversation. Would you just tell them to not do that? Would you say that that's
word. Okay, so
bad?
if they're just using it in conversation, say, "Oh, goddamn Jesus Christ" or something, did this and that. No, I wouldn't. That's just the way they're speaking.
Is there
Would you
anything they
ban
could
me?
say about your Lord and Savior that you would be like, oh, dude, you shouldn't say that?
No.
No,
Like, I don't-
nothing. There's nothing. What about your mom? Could someone say anything about your mom that would get you to like be like, oh, bro, don't say that. That's fucked up.
Obviously, I'm not saying there's not reasons why you can't kick someone off a stream.
No, can you
Like, if I
answer the
just-
question? Can you answer
if
the
I-
question? Do you think there's something that someone could say to your mom that you'd be like, dude, that's fucked up. Don't do that.
Yeah, of course. That's not
Really?
That doesn't defeat
Really?
my
Wait.
argument, Parker.
Wait, could you give us could you give us like an example or something like not example, sorry, I did not mean to ask for an example. I mean like could you give us like a reason as to why you would say it's wrong in the context of your mother, but it's not wrong in the context of say other people and other scenarios? Because right now it sounds like you're sensitive, right? And you're saying it's okay in that context because it's
Are you-
reasonable to be so. Oh, well then
I mean, I
couldn't we
think
say that in
personally
other
attacking
scenarios like we're
somebody-
referencing, like when you're using derogatory terms, like how it negatively impacts right people, right, is going to be a basis for why you shouldn't do this in the same way that because it negatively impacts you or your mother, you shouldn't do that?
I mean, you have all free. Again, I never said I disagreed with freedom of consequence. Doesn't mean, again, that you shouldn't, like, freedom of consequence. If somebody on the street does something, I can't control what they do. If you said something about my mom or someone else and someone else, had offense to that, fine. I'm for consequence freedom and for freedom of speech. Do what you want to do.
You want no consequences. So if you wouldn't tell someone who was hailing Hitler on your stream to tell them to not do that?
Bro, listen, it's gonna offend you in the whole chat quite a bit, but I've jokingly hailed Hitler before. I don't fucking care.
Okay. So you just think that's fun? You think that's fun?
Bro, there's quite a bit of things that like I might do to rage bait someone, or because someone has a poor reaction. It's funny. You've never watched YouTube videos.
So by the way, no, you just you think it's okay to do the worst of the worst possible shit as a joke, which is disgusting.
Hailing Hitler
do you think you're some edgelord or something? What are you, 13 years old? Genuinely.
I'm saying hailing Hitler is not the worst thing you could do. You think that's the worst thing you could do?
You understand? I'm not saying it's. I never said it was. I said it's a very bad thing to do. That's what I was saying.
And so is pretending to be Charlie Kirk's friend after he dies and making fun of him like Dean did multiple times.
Dean never. How did Dean make fun of him?
Yes.
How did Dean make fun of his death?
What do you mean? What do you mean? How did he make fun of him?
How did he make fun of his death?
He was using the I am Charlie Kirk thing laughingly and mockingly. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's making fun of people who are calling themselves Charlie Kirk, you dumbass.
No, it's making fun of Charlie Kirk.
And when did Dean ever pretend to be his friend?
He pretended he had the alligator crocodile tears over when he died, just like you did.
Dude, let me tell you, I was there 30 to fucking 40 feet away. He was the first person who answered my call. The reason why it impacted him that way is because he saw that it could possibly be him in that scenario, because he's the left-wing version specifically of a debate person who has a lot of followers that people specifically on the right might try to do something about, right? And specifically, he also did because I was literally there and he was the first person who fucking answered me, dude. So how are you to sit there and say that he shouldn't have a response like that when literally he was the first fucking person who answered? Not my mom didn't answer right away because she was busy doing something. My girlfriend was at work. He was the first person who fucking answered me, okay? Literally, I was running away while he answered me. Wait, I'm sorry. Does it make sense to respond that way, given that you have some sort of like you have a good friend that's there?
Yeah, but you did it on stream. No, I'm not talking about in person, your initial reaction. I'm talking about doing it on stream, crying on stream, bringing back up tears that are obviously...
Yeah, listen. One, one of your best friends is there. Two, this could possibly be you. Do you understand? This could possibly be him. He has fucking 5 million followers on TikTok. He has 3 million on Instagram. He has 500,000 on YouTube. He has a huge fucking platform. And if there's people out there willing to do it to Charlie, there's probably people out there willing to do it to him too. That's why he responded that way. If you can't fucking think for 1 second that it makes sense that Dean would possibly see that he could fucking get killed in the scenario, and that's why he would have that response, then you're just being ridiculous for no fucking reason, okay? You're being ridiculous for no reason.
You're misrepresenting my argument entirely. I was talking about on stream forcing tears weeks later.
You said forcing tears. He was not forcing tears. What are you fucking... So is it that he was forcing tears or that he was crocodiling tears too much? Which one is it? Pick your poison.
Thing. Crocodile tears are forced tears, fake tears. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you think he had fake tears in the circumstance? Well, I just want to let you know, it definitely isn't. In the scenario, I even fucking think all the time about scenarios that could possibly impact me because of the fact that situations like that have happened. I have to constantly think about my security. I won't even go to a fucking university and tell people I'm going to be there before because I might get fucking murdered. We went to an event, right, at literally the Turning Point event so that we could talk to people outside. We never went in or anything. We talked to people on the outside. And after, right, because people were talking about it on social media and whatnot, literally later in that day, we only stayed for 1 fucking day because we couldn't tell people we were going to be there because we could possibly get hurt. We had Nazis come fucking harass us and slur the fuck out of us, right, literally. Okay, like we had people come and harass us in person. Right? Do you think that we're wanting specifically to tell people where we're going to be now because of the fact that this happened? Obviously, this impacts our mental health. Think about how the conversation, I have to tell my mom that I'm at risk of things like this stuff happening and that I'm trying to do my best to ensure that something doesn't happen to me. Right? When I care about how my mom has to think about and worry that I'm going to be okay every single time something like this happens because there's lunatics out there that might want to try to do this to me or Dean. Like, genuinely, think about it from that perspective. Don't think about it, oh, he's doing this because he's trying to act like Dean's or Charlie's friend. None of us were Charlie's friend. None of us were close with Charlie. What the fuck are you talking about? That makes no sense. Charlie wouldn't debate us.
Saying you were trying to act like you were sympathetic, but then he made fun of him like 2, 3, whatever, month later. That's just what happened. You know.
So you understand, saying I am Charlie Kirk as a joke is making fun of people calling themselves Charlie Kirk. And we've
And
already
it's also
said,
making fun
if
of
there were
Charlie
people
Kirk.
specific, Dean literally said this himself. If someone made an I Am Dean Withers song after he died, he would literally haunt them from the grave. Okay? That's just embarrassing. Wait, by the way, hold up, pause. Would it have been okay if if Dean made fun of Charlie? Or do you think that's okay? Pause. We come back into the app. Come on, man. Do you think that's an issue? Is this something you're being sensitive about? Is he being a little snowflake about Dean making some jokes about the We Are Charlie Kirk song? Aw, that's crazy. He just ran away. That's so funny, dude. Dude, how embarrassing, dude. Genuinely, like, how can you run the whole time and say, like, oh, you guys are sensitive little snowflakes that care too much about what people are saying, and then he literally is going to complain about Dean making jokes about the I Am Charlie Kirk or the We Are Charlie Kirk song? Like, that's actually embarrassing. Again, and I just want to clarify, distinction between making fun of people calling themselves Charlie Kirk and literally making fun of Charlie Kirk's death. There's nothing wrong with making fun of the We Are Charlie Kirk song. It's genuinely fucking funny, okay? It is genuinely fucking funny. Now, I'm not going to laugh at it every time because, like, people do it all the time. It's a little bit maybe overdone in some circumstances, but it genuinely is fucking funny. Like, let's just be totally honest, okay? And anyone can acknowledge that. The same way the fucking We Are Dean Withers song that just came out recently is atrocious and terrible. And, oh my God, please. Zach, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. They said... They said, so Hail Hitler is okay, but not making fun of Charlie Kirk. What is this person saying? Literally, though, like, what the fuck? Hawkeye, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much for We Are Phil. We carry the flame. Yeah. Hawkeye, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you so much. Holy shit, that's so funny. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. The flame. That's so funny, dude. Let's go to the next individual. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you
November
support
2nd,
Trump?
2007. Yes, I do.
Okay. And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump every day.
Alrighty, for sure. I have a few people to thank, and then we can move on to our conversation. Just give me a quick second, real quick. Noel, thank you so
Yeah,
much
of
for the
course.
$10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I totally see you there. Thank you so much, Noel. I appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Kyra, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. They said, as a woman of color, I want to thank you for you. Oh, sorry, it's loading. Do give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to click on it to see the whole message. And then it takes a second for PayPal to load. Hold up. As a woman is I can't speak. As a woman of color, I just want to thank you for what you do, proving over and over again on the platform that Trump's America has only emboldened and encouraged acceptance of racist PDFs, apologists, grape apologists, assaulters, misogynists, and billionaires. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Manea, thank you so much for the 50 cents. Go Broncos as well. Katie, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cliff, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, though. Bethany, thank you for the $6.68. Danielle, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $7. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Jade, thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I typically just do this, but like if I typically have to like vet people before, especially because of situations that happened in the past. But I definitely would be open. Haley, thank you for the. I saw that actually earlier. I think I'm fully caught up with that. As well as I think I'm fully caught up on PayPal as well. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. So you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. I'm going to be doing kind of like a split live today. So I will have like partial live today, earlier right now. And then once Dean gets off later, if he hops on earlier, he said he'll be on live. I think it's like 10:30 or to like 11:30. He said when he was going to start live. So we'll see. But alrighty. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Mainly his policies. America first. So like I can read them off. So you still kind of hear me if I.
Yeah. When you swipe out of the app, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, I apologize. Looking at his trade deals, he used tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, to force countries to be on equal terms with us in trade. And the recent trade deal with the UK, the mineral deal with Ukraine, and a lot of the other foreign policy stuff I support because we can't have other people, taking America's spot as number one.
Okay. Well, a few things here. There wasn't reciprocal tariffs because of the fact that the Trump administration imposed greater tariffs on countries that they specifically did not impose on us in practically almost every circumstance. And we also even tariffed an island of penguins. So I'm really confused what, tariffs they posted. Oh my God, what the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ, holy shit. Is that a 14-year-old? Oh my God. I don't even know what the video was. I'm just immediately kicking them. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Sorry, there's just like one of their videos, YouTube. Don't worry about it if you're on YouTube. You can't verify it, of course, but I'm obviously just worrying about that. It was like a video of like a 14-year-old. So, yo, what's up? How old are you? So the next individual, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Alrighty, do give it a quick second, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Louise, thank you so much for the hand heart. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get this next individual up here. Only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody.
Twitch stream when, Parker?
I don't know. Sometime soon. Probably next week, I would say. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. Let's go to the next individual. Let's go to the next individual. Do give us a quick second, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you. I love you, Parker.
Appreciate you. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Nancy, thank you for the $2. Well, thank you for letting me know. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Trump?
Yep.
Okay. And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Why not?
Held civilly liable of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll. Bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent, where an 18-year-old came out and said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He sexualized his daughter on countless occasions. We can point to the fact that he has literally tried to undermine the 2020 election, called for the termination of the Constitution, pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers on January 6th and called them patriots. He's protecting PDFs in the Epstein files by not releasing them fully with the explanations of the redactions when it's legally mandated for him to do so. He's violating the law and deporting people without due process and supporting ICE agents literally murdering U.S. citizens in broad daylight and racially profiling and literally detaining American citizens just because of their accents.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard any of that.
Okay. So given that you do know this now, would you say you don't support him?
I don't know.
Okay. Is there something he could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
What was that first thing you said?
He was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will.
Yeah, is that actually true?
Yes. Look up Trump liable essay AP News. Alrighty, well, make sure to look that up right now. I do appreciate you coming up. Thank you very much for coming up. It looks like they're going to be changing their mind based upon that. Let's go on to the next individual here real quick, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed here on the TikTok screen. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates, everybody. Please only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 25.
Do you support Trump?
No.
Okay. The Daffy, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, of course. Thank you. Let's make sure to go on the next individual real quick. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Vodka, I love you so much. I love you so much.
Appreciate you very much. Let's go on the next individual, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? I wish your Cash App worked. I wish mine did too. I'm so annoyed that it's still not, like, I'm still have no response. They're really frustrating for that. Like, it really feels like I'm never going to get it back. Heavensley, thank you so much for the membership subscription. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's so funny. It's how old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yep.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
I'm supporting his like what he's doing with ICE currently. In the world with conflicts. Like with other countries.
Okay, can you name a single policy in terms of ICE that you support that he's changed?
Like a policy or just
that you support? Because I can give you examples. Like, he reduced the training of ICE agents. He also specifically made it easier to become an ICE agent, reduced the qualifications to do so. He also specifically got rid of their need for judicial warrants to search and seize. He allowed for them to racially profile, right, and literally detain U.S. citizens based upon just having an accent, you know? Because that's what the DHS just supported them doing.
Agree. I really don't agree that that's the case.
I mean, that's all policy that Trump has influenced to put in place for ICE. So what policy change in terms of ICE do you support?
So that policy came out of his mouth.
Policy was, yes, it was proposed and passed and put into case, or things that he supported.
I don't believe that.
It is true. You can look up every point I just made.
Yeah. So I also agree with yeah, stop laughing. Yeah, the conflicts going on. That
You agree with conflicts going on?
No, like the way he's stop.
How is he stopping conflicts? Like, what conflicts did he stop?
You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay. So I agree with how he's handling the conflicts of other countries.
How so?
Yeah. You can kick me, man.
Okay. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay. Alrighty, let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria, again, listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Donald Trump.
Oh, based.
I hate Donald Trump.
That's so based. We really appreciate you. W Fetus. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what's good?
Yeah, how old are you?
Oh, 19.
And do you support Trump?
I actually beat your friend Dean of debate, actually. Did you know that?
No, you didn't. Yeah,
No, but
and
honestly,
so you do support
honestly,
Trump?
I did.
So what do you beat him on?
I did till the ICE part. Now I just don't support anyone. You feel me?
Wait, so you don't support Trump anymore? But what did you beat
Nah,
Dean
I
on
just
the
wanna
debate
say,
on?
Honestly, he changed my mind a little bit, so shout out to you guys a little bit. And my girlfriend did. So
Oh, okay. Well, based. Good for you for changing your mind. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. By the way, that means they probably think they didn't beat Dean in a debate because Dean changed their mind. But yo, what's up? How old are you?
How old are you?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, how old are you? Every time someone joins, Parker,
Every time someone joins, I do say, yo, what's up? How old are you? I know. I know. I don't know how to prevent it from happening. I've thought about it before, trying to prevent myself. It just comes out, you know. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up, Parker? 23.
Do you support Trump?
Yes. I just have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
So when did you? So I've watched your lives in the past. I was just wondering because I remember you saying that you were a Republican at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So my question for you is, what changed, and when did you decide to be a Democrat?
So I went like independent a little bit before I did, and then I went way further left, and I was like a market socialist for a while, and then now I'm like a liberal again. But what changed my mind? I think it's because of the fact that I took a civics class in the Democratic primaries, and I got involved in thinking about like different sort of perspectives, considering others, and I just happened to agree with the Democratic values. I think predicated off of the fact that I grew up in a Christian household that I think promoted those values a little bit more, right? Like the values of taking care of others and of being there for your community, probably. And then when I involved myself with politics, I realized that actually like what I learned more associated with what the Democratic Party was fighting for rather than what the Republican Party was fighting for. Because I thought like Republican Party, lower taxes, more freedom. That's what I thought before. And then I found out that's not really like how simple it is.
I love how everybody in the chat is saying he's Canadian. Actually, I live in Tampa, but I just put that there so that way people don't know where I live. But I guess I'm just going to say that now because it's funny that people assume to jump to conclusions.
Well, I mean, if it's in your bio, of course they will.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing. I respect you. I respect what you do up here, and coming from a Trump supporter, I do respect your drive and continue doing what you're doing.
Okay. Alrighty. Seems like they didn't want to debate, I guess. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. List in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Only do send a guest request if you... Oh, I think this person was trolling earlier or something. We'll try this person. Let's go to the next individual. If you're on YouTube again, hit that thumbs up, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 20.
And do you support Trump?
I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about it. I just wanted to talk about one thing. I wanted to like hear your.
I'm sorry. I only do support or do talk to people who specifically like do actively support Trump. If you don't know, I would recommend to watch the streams, and I bet I address the specific point that you were going to bring up. I bet I will. Or I have in one of my videos or something like that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump, absolutely.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I think he's done pretty good with the border and with the ICE deployment and getting everything back on track.
Okay, why so?
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone who wants to come here should come here legally, regardless of how long the process does take. If we want to preserve lives and help them put themselves into a better situation, it's best if they do that legally. You know what I mean?
So if the process takes 12 years to get in the country legally, they should wait that long?
Legally?
Yeah, if it took 12
Yeah,
years legally to get in the
legally.
country, you think they should wait that long?
I think, yeah. I mean,
If it took
there's
25
millions of
years to
people who
get
want to
here
come here.
legally, would you say that they should just wait? They should just keep waiting?
I think we need to get them all out, and then we can come up with a better way on how to get them in.
I'm just asking, like, if it took 25 years, should they keep waiting? At some
No, not
point, like,
25 years.
it takes too long, right? Because it has taken 25 years for people to legally immigrate to this country. Okay, that's because their legal process right now is made artificially to take significantly longer for no reason, and we don't need
Can you
that.
name one person
Can I name one person what?
that it's taken 25 years for?
I don't have the name off the top of my head, but I can give you reports if you'd like.
Yeah, give me a report, please.
You think I need to know a name of someone that it was applicable to? Like a person
don't
immigrating
think
to
it's
the country?
happened. I
You don't think it's happened?
I don't think it's taken 25 years now.
Really?
So they started back all the way in 2000 or 2002, and they've been waiting ever since.
Yeah, there have been situations where it's taken 20 years. Right? I bet I could find multiple circumstances of it taking 25 years.
Okay, cool. If you could do that,
Okay,
but it
alrighty.
doesn't defeat my original point anyway.
So then why were you disputing it by saying that?
Well, my point is, one is I don't think it takes that long, but also if it does take a longer period of time than most people are comfortable waiting, or they really need a desperate situation out, that if we have all of those people go out and then come up with a better way for them to come back in, I'd be fine with that. But I'm not fine with illegals just like thinking they can come in and like do whatever they want.
Okay, so I don't think undocumented immigrants are coming into our country and just thinking they can do whatever they want. I see no good reason to believe that.
They don't have to work while they're here. If they're illegal, they don't have
You
to
understand they do in order to survive. There's no social programs they can get from the federal government.
Well, they can work, but I'm saying if they're undocumented, how many places are actually going to take them?
They could get work still. Like places do take them.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of places now require a background check.
That's true, and it is harder for them to find work, but that doesn't change the reality that they still do. Like I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
not
what your point is.
negating the fact that there are some of them who do. My point is that it's a lot harder for them to do so. So if they want to be able to live a better and more prosperous
Okay,
life,
so are
why
they
not
like
do it
living
legal
off the
way so you
government?
can
Is that
pass
what
a
you're
background
saying?
check?
You think undocumented immigrants are living off the government?
No,
Okay, so
that's
then
not what I said.
so then what's the argument here? What's the point?
My point is if they want to lead better and more prosperous lives and not have to worry about ICE coming and getting them, then they can come in here legally. Like we let millions of people in legally each year.
Yeah, we actually let in about 1 million. So I think we should be letting in more than that. You say that they should go through the legal process. Well, let's make the
Why?
legal process go quicker. I would prefer that. Why what?
Okay, so for everyone who's broken the law, they can just come in and then we can give them a spot even though
Yeah,
they've
if they
already
haven't
broken
committed
the
a
law.
violent
They face
crime or
no
bad crime,
consequence
they
for
should
it.
be given a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country. Absolutely.
Why does it have to be violent? Just get away with whatever crime they want to.
Because I think that I said violent or
So,
bad
like, if I break
crime.
into someone's house, that's not a violent crime. Should I just get away with it?
Did you
Yeah,
not hear I
think
said
breaking
violent
into
or bad
unwanted
crime?
territory
Like
is a bad crime.
it's like you're purposefully misunderstanding what I'm saying here.
Yeah, I think breaking into someone's unwanted territory is a bad crime.
Yeah.
Don't
And
you?
I
If I
don't
broke
think
into your house, is that a bad crime?
I think breaking into someone's house is different from coming into the country unlawfully. I think personal space is
Yeah, I
treated
think coming
differently.
into the country unlawfully
I
is a
think
lot worse.
personal space is treated differently than the country, because otherwise, then I would be able to authorize any undocumented immigrant who hasn't committed a violent crime or bad crime in the country just by being a citizen here.
Well, wait, that's not even addressing my actual point, though.
It is. Explain how it's not.
My point is a personal space doesn't really have anything to do with the principle here. The principle is that if we can just get away with whatever crime, okay, say it's like a mansion, like a super big mansion, versus me breaking into someone with a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. It's worse if I break into the 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom because I'm invading more of their personal space. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, repeat what you just said.
Okay, so we have two houses here that are being broken into by me. One is a mansion with like 87 bedrooms, and one is just a regular one bed, one bathroom house. Okay, if I go into the one bedroom, one bathroom house, dude, is that worse because I violated more of his personal space because he has less personal space?
I don't think the amount of personal space matters. I think that given that it's a designated amount of personal space is what's relevant.
Designated meaning what?
These
That
are
it's owned by
designated.
someone?
This is designated personal space. Yes, there's a distinction between designated
Yeah, that it's
personal
owned by
space.
someone.
Yeah, there's not one specific owner of the country. There's not a set of
all
qualified
U.S.
owners.
citizens together own the country.
Yeah. So then, for example, if you are an owner of a house, can you authorize whoever you want within that house?
Yeah, but it gets
Yes.
a little more
So then,
shaky when
wait,
you
hold
have
up, pause.
two owners of a house.
Okay. So, and do you think that one of the people that they say two people live in a house, can one person allow for someone to come into the house if they want?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, can I allow any undocumented immigrant in the country?
Well, what if the other person doesn't want them to? They both equally own the house.
So then, what would you say
No,
happens?
no,
in
I'm
this
saying
scenario?
it doesn't matter if say you or me want them in, and we're all equal owners of American property, whatever. Then
So how about this? So how about this?
they
Let's say
tell
three
them, no,
people.
you
Let's
can't
say
come in
three
the house
people
right
live in a
now, but
house.
we'll try to see if we can find a better way. And if not, go do your own thing.
Okay. Okay. No, fuck this. Well, I don't know what your point is. What's your point with this? I'm losing it.
Okay.
I don't know what your point is. Can you clarify?
Hey, you're cutting out a lot, Parker.
No, I'm not. That's you.
No, you're just cutting out pretty bad. I think your Wi-Fi is pretty bad.
I think I'm fine actually.
But yeah, my point is that I support ICE doing their job, and I think they should continue to do that. Yeah. Did you hear what I just said?
I think you're lagging. Go ahead. You said. Yeah, I think I'm fine. And Jacob, by the way, they said here's a case of a man named Michael Blackson who took 30 years to get U.S. citizenship. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. As well as Josh, thank you for the $5. They said my parents started when my sister was born, and their citizenship was in 2020. My sister is 25. Do the math, bud. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Josh. By the way, the guest just left. Downfall, thank you for the $5. Thank you. It's probably the fact that their internet cut out. The Greater, thank you for the $20 as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I know. There's no like one specific person. Trey, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely would. Yeah, personal space is so treated differently than the country. I don't think anyone treats it the same. Under his view, would he say that home invasion would have to be designated the same level of crime as breaking into the country undocumented? Like, is that really his argument, actually? Because I don't think you would refer to those as the same types of crime. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Juan, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. That's called The House does not have GDP, international bound duties, 3 branches of government, a military, and a Federal Reserve. Yep, very true. Very big distinctions. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 26.
And do you support Trump?
I do.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Take a wild guess.
I'm asking you because I'm
I
just
just
trying to
said I
clarify.
just said I support. I just said I support Trump, so I don't really understand the question.
Hey, dude, there are
Why you
people
would
that
ask
come up on live stream, say that, and then don't actually support Trump. So I'm just saying that to clarify. I don't know why you got mad already.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I'm not mad.
I was literally
think
just
it's a dumb
clarifying the
question.
question.
Gotcha. Hey,
Did I debate
just
you
wanted
yesterday?
To ask you. Yeah, can you
Why
look
did you
up
come
the,
back on the live again?
Well,
I just talked to you yesterday. Bye-bye. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
Do you support Trump? Okay. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, finally. 32.
Do you support Trump?
Yep.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Definitely Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Why do you not support Trump?
Do you want to answer why you support Trump first?
Sure. Foreign policy, domestic policy, ended 8 world conflicts or provided resolutions for, no wars, no new wars.
Are you serious? Well, he went into conflict with Iran, and then he claimed to have ended it. He purposefully put us in that conflict, by the way, by bombing them. He also did the same thing with Venezuela.
Not a war.
By bombing them. That's conflict.
Not a war.
What do you designate as a war?
Going into Venezuela was about a 4-hour conflict. So
okay, so what
that's
do you
not really
designate
a
as war?
Like going into Iraq for several years, the Ukraine and Russia.
So a several-year conflict.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and is it a conflict that happened or began under the administration, or is it specifically one that the administration caused?
Either, I guess.
You don't think any new wars have happened under Trump's administration since he's been in office?
Yeah, they haven't. Name one.
Okay, let me look actually.
I have the list of the 8 conflicts that he provided resolutions for and ended.
So yeah, I have a few points I could bring up, because there was one that you could reference in terms of the fact that, in terms of the in the Congo, which is one of the 8 wars that you're going to try and say that Donald Trump tried to end. We can reference the fact that there is still an M23 rebel group that has literally not continued to follow through with the particular resolution that's been set up. So that's one of the 8 wars that you tried to establish that isn't actually like an undermining of a war. There's also specifically conflict still within Gaza and Israel in terms of, you can reference the West Bank as well, which is obviously separate from Gaza. And then also, there's also stuff going on in Syria as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this argument is.
Well, do you agree with him bombing Iran's nuclear facilities and pretty much protecting the entire Middle East and Israel?
I think that he pulled out of the nuclear agreement, that we had surveillance over their enrichment sites. So I think that he's the reason why we got in this situation in the first place. So I'm not going to thank him for doing something which, one, causes conflict, and 2, doesn't come to a peaceful resolution of being able to limit the production of nuclear weapons.
He destroyed their nukes, so you don't agree with him?
He's the one who caused them to be in a situation where they're even producing them in the first place in terms of enrichment of uranium.
How?
How? Because he pulled out of the agreement. I just said that we had surveillance over their nuclear enrichment facilities 24/7.
Israel's not in the agreement either.
I don't want Israel to be in the agreement. I don't think they need to be.
Why?
Because I don't think Israel should be involved. I don't see any reason to.
So you don't think Iran should be in the nuclear agreement either?
Do I think Iran should be in the nuclear agreement? I think Iran should be in the nuclear agreement.
Israel.
No, Israel should. I think we should make an agreement with Israel for them to get rid of their nukes. That'd be great.
Okay, so you don't agree with Trump taking out Iran's nukes?
Not through military action. I think through diplomacy would have been a better way of addressing it.
Well, they don't agree with anything, so.
You said they don't agree with everything, but the Democrats had a deal, and Trump pulled us out of said deal. So they did agree to terms with the Democrats, but apparently Trump can't do it. Trump isn't a good negotiator.
Disregarded that.
Does
and
Trump
they
just
had
suck at
intelligence.
negotiating? He can't do what the Democrats did?
No, Iran didn't listen. Iran still made nukes regardless.
Wait, so hold up. You understand that they weren't doing that when we had the agreement, and actually Trump signed off on that in his first term. Did you know that?
No, actually, Iran's been working on getting
you didn't know
nukes
that,
for
did you?
years.
You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that Trump signed off on the fact that they absolutely were not doing that under the agreement originally.
So you don't agree with taking out their nukes?
I think that that should have been done through the context of peaceful negotiation.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
You say it wouldn't have worked, but it did under the Democrats.
Well, it worked blowing them up.
So
too,
so by the way, the Democrats can do it, but Trump can't. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you blew them up. Democrats wouldn't have done that. So
Yeah, because they didn't need to. Because we would just do it through
they-
diplomacy.
well, what they
So
tried to
wait,
do
hold up.
didn't
So the
work.
Democrats
They
did it
didn't
through
work.
diplomacy. They didn't need to bomb. Boom, right there. So
Diplomacy didn't work.
explain to me right now why the Democrats could do it through diplomacy, but Trump can't.
What did they do? Explain to me why Iran can.
We had surveillance over the nuclear enrichment facilities.
Yeah, and Iran continued to make nukes under Democratic leadership.
No, they didn't. That's wrong.
Yeah, they did.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. They were.
You're
doing
lying.
it
By
for
the way,
years.
it's not
For
making
years.
nukes, it's enriching uranium, genius.
Yeah, and making nuclear facilities, making bombs, missiles that can reach the Israel, the
You
U.S.
mean enrichment facilities.
Yeah, to make nukes.
Yes. So once you get to a certain level of enrichment, you can, based upon that, create nukes. What you're not understanding, though, is in terms of the enrichment, we had surveillance over their enrichment facilities.
All right, so you think Iran should have nukes? Okay, so got it. Next, why else?
Did you just hear me? I literally just said that we should limit that through peaceful negotiation. And by the way, same thing
Yeah,
should be
that
done with
wouldn't have
Israel.
worked.
Israel's
That wouldn't
also
have
an enemy.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. So, why else do you hate Trump?
Why else do we hate Trump?
Do you
Well,
hate
because
Trump?
of because he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll because he
Alright,
bragged
alright,
about
let's
walking into
start
the
with-
changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their
Let's start
consent.
with that
Where
one.
an
Let's
18-year-old
start with
came
that.
out, so there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He literally also has sexualized his daughter on countless occasions, saying yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass, saying his daughter is voluptuous, right? Literally, which means sexually attractive and curvy.
All right, so
saying
so you
go
hate
ahead.
him because of things he said, not about things he's done.
Oh, I didn't get to the point of the things that he's done. He's also pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat police officers, and he's called them patriots. He tried to undermine the 2020 election and literally called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Got 70% of the Republican Party to believe a lie that the election was stolen in 2020 based on no evidence at all. We can also point to the fact that he's called for the execution of some Democrats because they said to follow the law and to not follow unlawful orders, which is literally what your oath of the Constitution demonstrates to what you should do. He literally
Alright,
just
well, let's
recently
start-
said that he has already won a $10 billion lawsuit against the taxpayers. Did you know that?
All right, let's start at the top of your list.
And he's the one who determines
So-
that himself. He just already
Alright,
won.
let's
He didn't
start-
even go through a
let's start-
litigation. He already won.
All right, let's start with what you first said. The fake rape allegation with Jean Carroll that happened in
It wasn't fake.
1996. 1996. So she
Yeah.
waited over 25 years to come out and say, "Oh, he raped me," after he became president. Yeah, that's pretty convenient.
23 years. And yeah, what's wrong with saying that? What's wrong with acknowledging that at that point?
Because
It takes decades
one,
for many
she doesn't-
victims to come out
she
because
doesn't-
people like you don't
she
believe
doesn't
them.
She doesn't even remember when or where it happened.
Wait, she
Just
literally
said,
does
"Oh,
remember where. You don't remember the store that was alleged?
She doesn't remember when or where it happened.
Wait. Okay, so she doesn't remember where. You just lied. You want me to prove that you just lied? Because she said Bergdorf Goodman.
All
You
right,
liar!
she doesn't
You didn't even
remember-
look into the
she
case.
doesn't
You
remember
don't. You didn't
when.
even look into the case.
She
Can you
can't
name
even
one? I have
pinpoint
a
when
question.
it
I have a
happened.
question. Can you name one piece of evidence in the case you dispute?
Yeah, everything. She's lying.
Name one specific point in the
It's a
case you
money
dispute.
grab. It's a money grab because
Name one specific point in the case you dispute. It sounds like you don't have a single point.
The the whole fucking thing. That's why it's being appealed.
He doesn't have a single point. He can't do it. He can't mention a specific point. Try again, buddy.
She doesn't remember when it happened.
Oh, wait, hold up. She said 1995 to 1996. That's within the context of a year. That doesn't mean that she remembers when it happened. Not remembering the specific day or time that it specifically happened. Wait, hold up. Pause, buddy. Quiet, Piggy. Not knowing the specific not remembering the specific time and day that it happened is not evidence that it didn't happen to someone, especially because trauma blocks out information for many victims, right? For you to say that this isn't the case for many victims is obviously ridiculous, right? That's the case for many victims. You're just like denying reality. You can unmute yourself, buddy. Unmute yourself. In the bottom right, click the microphone. You want to unmute yourself? Oh, I don't know if he can figure that one out. That might be a little bit too complicated for a Trump fan. We'll see. We'll see if he can figure it out.
Why did she wait? Why did she wait 20?
Because of people like you.
What?
Yeah, because of people like you. Because you are unwilling to believe victims, even when they prove their abusers accountable in the context of a court system with a unanimous decision of 9 people and a jury. Donald Trump bragged about grabbing women by the vagina without asking, and then you don't believe him when he says it. He literally bragged about doing that, and you literally don't believe that he specifically did it.
No, she just hates Trump because he became president and she got all mad. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make up this story about him to." You're
assuming it's made up, even though Trump was held liable, even though Trump bragged about grabbing women by the vagina without asking, and literally said he does stuff like this, even though 26 plus people have accused him of sexual misconduct. You think every single one of them were lying, buddy? Sorry, I muted you one more time. That's the last time I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I do. I do believe they're all lying.
Yeah, every single one? What's the likelihood of that when Donald Trump has been proven to have lied in this scenario?
Very high. Very high. Do you know how many people...
Can you name one specific lie that E. Jean Carroll engaged in?
Yeah, she doesn't remember the exact date it happened.
That's not lying. Not remembering is not lying, idiot.
Yeah, it is.
Really? Okay. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What did you have for breakfast a year ago this day?
I don't know, but if someone
you don't know, you're lying.
remember.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You don't know. Lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You don't know. You're lying. No, I'm just saying you're lying.
Remember if someone raped
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm saying because you don't remember something doesn't mean you're lying, you idiot. That's what I'm comparing, you dumbass. You're so dumb. Seriously, like think. Use your brain. I know it's hard, but seriously, think. Just it's not that difficult.
You think.
I am. I'm explaining it to you right now.
You're equating rape to breakfast.
Dude, are you really that stupid? I just explained to you what I was comparing. Maybe he can't process that. Maybe you can't process basic critical thought.
I would remember if I was raped.
Yeah, so I just want to let you know, many victims, they literally, due to the trauma, don't remember certain facts of what happened. And the fact that you say that it didn't happen to them because they don't remember it is fucking ridiculous. Remember the specific time or day that it happened. It's ridiculous. She remembers within the year. She remembers things about the event. She explained what happened in the scenario. But because she doesn't remember the specific time and day that it happened, you're not willing to believe her. And by the way, you say that all the 26 plus people... Wait, by the way, out of the 26 plus people, there are people that do remember the specific day. You don't believe them, do you?
No, because it's right.
Oh! You see this guy? He's just bringing this up because he's going to try to find any fucking thing that he can grasp onto to claim that a victim is lying. Look at that. He doesn't give a shit about those points at all. He doesn't give a flying fuck. All he cares about specifically is denying that a great victim was raped. That's all you care about.
Oh, so you don't believe innocent until proven guilty?
And he was proven guilty and you still don't believe it.
Yes,
literally, the court determined he was liable, and you don't believe it.
A civil court in New York City.
Yes,
very liberal.
And you know that his lawyers were a part of the jury selection process. So why did his lawyers pick a liberal jury?
I don't know, dude. It's fucking New York.
You know that there are conservatives in New York, right? Like Trump was one of them, right?
All right. Well, it's being appealed, so.
Oh, next. Okay, buddy. Yeah.
What's on your list?
Oh, really, man?
What's next?
So you say what's next? You're not addressing the points. You're not fully going through this. You're
Yeah,
literally
I
just trying to
did.
act like
I
you
said
just
she's lying.
completely addressed it. No, you didn't. All you did in that scenario was say that you don't believe her because she doesn't remember the specific time that it happened.
Yeah.
Has anything abusive ever happened to you in your life?
No.
Nothing? No one's ever
Nope.
no one's ever done anything abusive to you in your life or bad to you?
No.
Have you ever been cheated on?
No.
Has anyone ever lied to you?
No.
Never lied to you, really.
I don't know. Why else do you hate Trump?
Do you see how he like actually doesn't have to engage with this? Do you remember those specific days that those things happened to you, like when you were cheated on?
I was never cheated on.
Oh, why? Because you're an incel?
No.
It's one or the other.
So you also hate Trump because of January 6th. So explain to me why Nancy Pelosi didn't sign off on sending in the National Guard like they wanted to.
Why didn't Nancy Pelosi send in the National Guard? Because she doesn't have the authority? Trump does. Trump sent in the National Guard to a bunch of different states. Why couldn't he do it on January 6th?
He wanted to.
So by the way, he has the ability to unilaterally, without the use of Nancy Pelosi, literally do it under his administration, but he didn't prior when he was in office.
He needed approval. He needed approval.
No, he didn't. That was proven false.
Mm-hmm. So
Wish I
you
had a
think
mustache.
Trump planned all of January 6th?
I think that he pardoned all of the violent rioters on that day, and he specifically called them patriots. So I think he condoned the violence that happened on that day.
What did they do? They peacefully walked into.
Really? They
the
peacefully walked in?
building and did
I'll give you an
nothing.
example.
Yeah.
DJ Rodriguez drove a stun gun into the neck of a police officer, leading to that police officer having a heart attack. Okay?
Yeah, one person.
He assaulted.
One person.
That's not just one person. There were 140 people specifically that were injured.
Yeah, because they're all rushing in.
They're all rush. You understand that we're talking about police officers, right?
Yeah, and 4 police officers killed themselves after too.
Yeah, and you don't think that's atrocious and horrible that they had to experience such horrible things that led to them doing that?
I think it's a little weird.
What?
I think it's a little weird 4 police officers killed themselves.
What do you mean by weird?
I think it's a little weird.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's that Trump's administration promoting the idea that the election was stolen with no evidence pushed people to a point where they caused so much trauma to officers in this scenario that they decided to take their own lives.
So, like, the officers that were literally leading people into the building, waving them on, telling them go this way.
So by the way, you think that they weren't assaulted, even though there's body cam footage of them being assaulted?
Sure, there's somewhere.
There's body cam footage, there's convictions, there's people who literally have done this admitting to it themselves. So you're going to sit there and you're going to deny it. Donald Trump pardoned
So
all of those
one
people.
person- so
Donald
one
Trump
person-
pardoned all of those people.
So what?
Every single
didn't do
one
anything.
that assaulted a police officer, he pardoned. Every single one that broke into the Capitol, he pardoned. Because they did
the
his
cop
bidding.
that died was freaking like overweight and had a heart attack.
So, by the way, so you're claiming that specifically it's because of the fact that they were overweight. That's an absurd thing to fucking claim because
Only
that's
one
actually
cop
that is
died.
so disgusting for you to say. It's disgusting for you to say because the fact that he was literally tased, because he was assaulted, because he was beat, and you're going to say that that's his fault? You're disgusting, dude. Do you see how he literally every single time there's a victim, he blames the victim? Whether it's the fact that they were assaulted,
died.
right? Literally,
How
in
many
terms,
people
even the
died that
police,
day?
even though he's even
many
willing to
people died?
victim blame police officers trying to protect this country.
How many people died?
How many people died?
Yeah.
It was Ashley Babbitt, and then
Alright, so
the
two
four. I think the 4 officers also count.
How'd she die?
She was shot
Okay.
breaking in with a knife in her pocket.
Should she have been shot?
I actually don't think she should have, but I do think they should have waited a little bit longer. If they were closer, then I think that and there was a reasonable fear of an imminent threat of serious bodily harm and or death, then yeah. But I don't think a weapon was brandished in the scenario, so I would
Alright,
lean
so-
against it, even though
so you think-
they violated the order of the officer.
So you think that Trump personally told all these people to go overthrow the government?
He literally told them to fight like hell and take back the country from those that stole it from them, and then he pardoned the violent rioters who beat police officers. So he literally condoned the violence on that day. And then he called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, multiple years later in 2022, right? Because he didn't like the election results still. He's literally an idiot. He's literally absurd.
So just like how Democrats are trying to put him in jail, make him a convicted felon, impeach him.
That's not Democrats trying to put him in jail. That's literally a criminal court determining his guilt and saying he should go to prison. You guys didn't put him in prison by voting for him.
Trying to impeach him 3 times. That's not them trying to overthrow the government.
I mean, don't do impeachable offenses then.
What's one impeachable offense?
What's an impeachable offense? Calling for the execution of some Democrats, violating federal law and not releasing the Epstein files, violating the law and deporting people without due process, allowing for ICE to operate without a search warrant. I can give you countless examples. The second tap on a boat off the coast of Venezuela where it was shipwrecked and determined to be out of the fight in that circumstance. The calling for the termination of all rules, regulations, articles, even those found in the Constitution, and being held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman.
What was he impeached for?
What?
What was he impeached for?
That was like it was the action with I'm pretty sure it was like some money that he was like restricting. I can't quite remember. Something with Ukraine.
I don't think that's right.
Or no, it was like a lie or something. Extorting, something like that. I can't quite remember. It's been a long time.
You don't even know.
Yeah, I think he was impeached 2 different times, right?
They tried to.
It's hard to keep up with all the crazy shit Trump does. I'm sorry, man.
It was the January 6th shit. They impeached him like his last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he should be impeached for that.
Okay, whatever. And
he should be impeached and put in prison for the rest of his life. I'm serious. I genuinely believe that.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden didn't do something comparable in terms of that respect, but I mean, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, the doctors lied and said he was able to serve and he wasn't. He's unfit.
Oh, that's dementia. What I mean. There's again, if you think that he has dementia, then you think the same thing's also true about Donald Trump. And I think that Donald Trump's in a far worse situation, especially because the fact that like we can reference the fact that he said he looked at an eclipse with his bare eyes, naked eyes. He specifically said windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. He literally prated about how windmills were killing bald eagles and then posted a picture of a falcon. He said we should nuke hurricanes to fight them. He said we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. And he fucking pooped his pants. He shit his pants.
Why does that matter?
Trump shit his pants. He pooped his pants.
So you're mad that he says stuff?
No, he shit his pants.
You're mad that so does Joe Biden. Joe Biden probably shit his pants.
There's no evidence that Joe Biden shit his pants, but there's literal evidence that Donald Trump shit his pants.
Okay.
On live television, shit his pants.
So you also hate ICE. Why do you hate ICE?
Wait, do you want to address the fact that Trump shit his pants?
I don't recall that. I don't remember.
You don't? This just happened. You should look it up. Trump shit his pants. Look it up.
All right, I don't care.
You don't care?
I've shit my pants. I don't care.
That's a crazy defense of Trump. That's a crazy defense of Trump, dude. Crazy. That's a crazy.
No one cares.
That's a crazy defense of Trump.
No one cares. Literally, no one cares.
That's a crazy defense of Trump.
You care that you
Can you imagine if someone said that about Joe Biden? Oh my God. Dookie Don takes shits in public like you've never seen before. Diaper Don needs to have his diaper out. He's getting to the point where his diaper needs to be very apparent and very clear. We need golden diapers for the Trump administration immediately for every single place in the Oval Office. I promise you, please. And we need them everywhere because otherwise there's going to be shit everywhere, and you don't want that, right? You don't want shit around the Oval Office.
So why do you hate ICE?
You don't want to admit, you don't want to acknowledge what I just said? That Donald Trump shitting himself? Diaper Don? How do you feel about Diaper Don?
I don't care. I don't know how it could be any clearer. I don't care.
You don't give a shit about Diaper Don? Push the Galaxy, thank you. No. But you just tried to refer that like Joe Biden was out of the fight. He couldn't do it anymore. He was incompetent, but like Diaper Don is competent?
Yeah, people shit their pants all the time. It's not a big deal.
Oh, I remember when Joe Biden literally sat in one area for 1 second and people thought he shit his pants, which there was no evidence to indicate.
Probably did.
Right?
Probably did.
And you understand that the entire Republican media was after this. Okay?
Yeah.
So, do you see how hypocritical your base is? Like, when it's applicable to yourself, you're like, you know what? I've actually shit my pants too. You know what? I'll shit my pants right now just because Trump did it. You know what I mean? Let me put on the ear thing again. Let me put on the ear thing again, and I'll shit my pants right for Trump right now. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
And don't have any new wars.
You know, it's so normal, man. We do it all the time here. When just Trump supporters, we shit our pants every single day of the week.
Yeah,
that's a normal thing. It's a normal thing to shit our pants. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Dude, are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
Are you serious, bro?
Why don't you answer me why you hate ICE?
Yeah, because of how it's structured in the federal government and the lack of accountability that it provides. They've murdered U.S. citizens on the street in broad daylight. They've been detaining U.S. citizens and literally not believing their IDs in the circumstances. Indigenous Americans not believing their IDs, and they've literally detained people who have literally just because of their accent. They've been racially profiling people. They're not using judicial warrants. They're deporting people without due process.
So, did you vote for Obama?
Masking without identifying themselves.
Did you vote for Obama?
Wait, hold up. I need to let a true patriot up real quick. Hold up. I need to let a true patriot up.
Did you vote for Obama?
Hold up. One second.
Yellow. I just
what's
thought
up?
I'd come up here real quick. I heard this inspirational guest, and I had to let you know to your face, sir, I appreciate your words about Trump and his duty pants. Listen, we are shitting for Trump. All right, I'm going to wear a diaper. I want you to wear a diaper. Let's start a movement. We need to shit our pants to stand in solidarity with the patriotic president. Amen. Amen. You said you shit your pants sometimes, so do I. In fact, let's all do it right now. Squeeze, shit those pants for Trump. Squeeze. Are you squeezing? 'Cause I'm squeezing. Are you shitting your pants, patriot? Are you? Answer me. Are you shitting your pants, patriot?
That was just such a crazy defense, bro. He's like, I should.
He's shitting
He's
his
just
pants.
silent right
taking a
now.
break.
He's
No,
just
it's because
silent
he's
right
taking
now.
a break.
He
He had
can't
to put the
even-
phone down and shit his pants. He got to hold on to the wall, dude. He doesn't have a free hand to pick up his phone to speak in it because he's squeezing, Parker. He's shitting his pants for Trump. We got a true USA patriot on that line. He's gripping the couch. He's gripping it.
Sorry, just shit my pants.
Oh god, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually just did. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's brutal, dude.
True
That's so
patriot
brutal.
Anthony out.
Oh my god.
So are you gonna answer the question? Did you vote for Obama?
Damn, he just wants to completely ignore. You want to ignore Anthony like that? How come you're ignoring Anthony like that?
Because I don't care about shit in the pants. It's not important.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you tried to say that Joe Biden had dementia,
Yeah,
but you're not willing to talk about Trump shitting his pants.
don't have dementia.
Okay. What are the? How do you identify that Joe Biden has dementia?
You can't talk a fucking single sentence.
I mean, he has a
falls
speech
down
impediment, and that
repeatedly.
becomes more pronounced with age.
Yeah, and dementia.
There's no evidence that he has dementia. There are medical professionals
Oh,
around him all the
there is.
time.
There's
No
evidence.
evidence that
There's
he has
evidence.
dementia at all. He does
There's
have cancer,
evidence.
though. So
No,
explain to
there's
me, why
evidence he has
would they
dementia.
report that he has cancer, but they wouldn't report that he has dementia?
because they wanted him to be president.
Wait, you understand that they could report that he has dementia if he does, right? At this point?
Yeah, and they hid it. They hid it so he could become president and said he was fit to be president.
But at this point, he's not trying to run again. You think Joe Biden's going to run in the next election cycle?
No, before he became president, he had dementia.
There's no evidence of that either.
There is.
You think in 2020 he had dementia?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to watch the 2020 debates?
Watch his last debate, and you can see the progression.
Wait, you said that he had dementia in 2020. Let's just take a look at the 2020 debates.
Yeah, then watch the last one he had with Trump, and you can see how it
Wait,
progressed.
hold up. I listen.
Obamacare, I got rid of it.
I'd like
and
you
we
to,
will protect
Mr.
people.
President, Republicans, go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett. There has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact, it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues in the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused in the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court?
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now.
Are you going to pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why would
because
you answer that
because
question?
the
You want to
question
put a lot
is
of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justices,
the
radical
question.
left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Right, gentlemen, I think
this
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
I'm not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a
I think
productive.
he forgot the
segment, wasn't
question there.
it? Keep yapping, man.
The people understand you.
Didn't even answer the question.
Keep yapping, man. Keep yapping,
I think
man.
he forgot the question.
No, he was literally, by the way, he was going through the question. He was going to give a reason why he wasn't answering the question directly, but Trump didn't let him. He was cutting him off. So, I mean,
Right,
that's the
well,
point
we
it
got
got to the
three
conversation. But let's just be clear. There's no point you could say in this circumstance that you think he has dementia. Like, genuinely. Like, I'll play other clips.
Progress it to his last debate.
Listen.
with
Bring it
Trump,
back.
and he
We
couldn't
were
even
able to
talk.
have an
Listen,
economic
listen.
recovery that created the jobs you're talking about. We handed him a booming economy. He blew it.
It wasn't
he blew
booming.
it. He blew
It wasn't booming. It was
Sounds like a
the
positive.
weakest recovery
Well, sir, is it
since
fair to wait? Is it fair to say he blew it when, in
When
fact, there was
COVID came in.
when there was record low unemployment before COVID?
Yeah, but because what he did, even before COVID, manufacturing went in the hole. Manufacturing went in the hole.
Excuse
number
me,
one.
Chris. Wait.
Number two.
Chris.
Number three.
They said it would take. No, you were number 2.
No.
Chris.
He's literally cutting him off, bro. Okay, so what you have in this conversation is literally Trump being insanely annoying and cutting him off constantly over and over again, right? That's what you have, but it doesn't clearly indicate that he has dementia here, okay? If you thought he had dementia in this context, that's absurd. You're being ridiculous.
Play his last one. Play his last debate versus Trump. It's pretty obvious.
Dude, I know you keep repeating the statement. That doesn't mean he has dementia. I've watched the debate.
Yeah,
I've seen it. And him specifically being in that circumstance is not evidence of dementia. Is it evidence
Yeah,
that he had in a hard time communicating his specific positions because of the fact that
Yeah.
he's older age? Absolutely. But it does not mean he had dementia.
dementia.
You have to understand the distinction between dementia specifically and literally just due to older age, not being able to communicate the ideas in like such a
dementia.
way that you were prior.
Doesn't even know where he is.
He does know where he is. I don't know why you keep just like trying to repeat things like that and laugh at it.
So, did you vote for Obama?
By the way, it's okay to shit your pants, right, under his view. But if Joe Biden literally just has a hard time communicating certain ideas, right, in a debate, that's too much.
So, did you vote for Obama?
No, I wasn't old enough.
All right. Well, I voted for Obama.
Okay. Do you want a cookie?
Well, so would you have voted for Obama?
Yeah.
All right. So, how many people did he deport?
I think that the Democrats have better positions on immigration than the Republicans. But
well, you're wrong because
listen,
he
let me please
deported
finish.
5.1 million.
I don't know where you got that number from. But if you want to reference
You can look it
Obama's...
up. Google it.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's the correct number. I don't think
It
is.
is.
But
It is.
you understand that they used a greater amount of due process. They deported more people specifically who have committed violent crimes and bad
Nope.
crimes disproportionately.
No, that's the
All of
same
those things are
exact-
true
same
according to
exact
their
laws
own
as Trump.
DHS data. Not only that, I have to meet you because you have no self-control, right? Let me give you the baby bottle. Actually, baby bottle's in the chat for the guest because he can't keep himself in terms of self-control. So it was with due process. We can also mention the fact that under the Obama administration, he keeps doing it. Yes, it was. It was due process to a greater extent. Trump has undermined due process to a greater extent because of all the things I mentioned
same as
earlier in terms
Obama.
of limiting ICE from specifically needing judicial warrants to be able to go and literally search and seize, right? And specifically, dude, I literally have to keep giving him a baby bottle because he keeps unmuting himself. Dude, stay muted, buddy. Do you want me to keep doing this all day? I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. Just keep muted. I don't have to keep spamming it. It's annoying. Baby bottle. Just keep the baby bottle. It's going to be okay. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. You have to unmute again. Why are you doing that again?
Same as Obama.
Okay, let me know when you're done. Let me know when you have some self-control.
Same as Obama.
Are you done?
Same amount as due process as Obama. Same.
No, there wasn't, because there was a difference
stop
specifically
lying.
in the
Stop
change
lying.
in
Stop
expedited
lying.
removal. Expedited removal specifically made it so that it was applicable to everyone within the jurisdiction of the country within the past 2 years of being within the country, comparative to under Obama and Biden. It was within 2 weeks of being in the country, less than 100 miles from a border. The expedited removal was applicable to. So that expands, right, the violations of due process rights to a greater extent.
How many people has Trump deported?
I don't know the specific number right now. I can look it up if you'd like, or would you provide your number?
I think it's about 300,000. How many people did Obama deport? 5.1 million. How many people?
Where'd you get that
did
number
the
from?
president-
Where's your number from?
Google it. Google it. Just Google it. How many people did Obama?
So he doesn't
deport?
have a source. Alrighty. The accurate number is 3.1 million, by the way.
I believe it was higher, but.
And
maybe-
Trump is
maybe
at
that's right.
1.1 million.
How many did Bush deport?
And by the way, so 3.1 million in 8 years. Trump is at 1.1 million in his first year of his second term.
And
So
Bush deported
on
2
a
million.
yearly basis, who's
deported
deporting
10
more
million.
people? Answer the question.
Bill Clinton
On a yearly
deported 10
basis,
million.
pause. On a yearly basis, who's deporting more people? Obama or Trump?
What did you say the number for Trump is?
It is what's it called 1.1 million for his first year.
I thought it was 300,000. Well, maybe it went up. Good. All right. So next question. How
Wait, so
many
who's deporting more
people-
people?
Well, who deported more total?
Wait, pause. Who's deporting more people?
Bill Clinton and George Bush.
He can't answer this question. I asked you between
Obama
Obama and Trump, who
Obama.
who deported more people, specifically on a yearly
Obama
basis?
so far.
On a
Obama
yearly
so far.
basis.
Well, I thought it was 300,000. I need to fact check that.
Given that it's 1.1 million on a yearly basis, who was deporting more people?
With that number, it would be Trump. But
Okay, there you go.
total,
So,
it's
and by
Obama.
far, too.
Total, it's
So then
Obama.
who would be violating due process rights to a greater extent?
Well, Obama deported more, so Obama.
Oh, we're talking on a yearly basis, buddy.
Well, let's talk totals, because Obama deported more. Bill Clinton
Then you're
deported more,
comparing 8
George Bush
years to
deported
1
more.
year.
So George Bush deported 12 million, I think it was.
Do you see how
so
disingenuous it
divided
is
by
to claim
4.
that 8 years is comparable to 1?
We'll do the math.
MAGA
Look
math.
up the-
Yeah, you suck at the math. You're not taking
Okay,
into
so
account how many years
people-
you're looking at.
So how many people do you think should be able to legally immigrant a year?
Legally immigrate here a year? I'm okay with 3
Yeah.
million.
That's what it is currently.
No, it's not. It's currently 1 million.
No, it's currently 3 million.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
How much?
I just looked it up. Said 3 million.
Okay, how much do you want to bet?
I'll bet it's 3 million. I'll bet 3 million.
Okay.
It's 3 million.
How much? No, actual dollars.
3 million.
You think it's 3 million people?
Yeah, it's been 3 million for the last 5 years. 3 million a year.
Okay. Well, if you look it up, it literally just comes up with 1 million.
What, this last year? Yeah, maybe because the border's closed.
No, I'm talking about in terms of overall.
What
Is it
about
legal
2024?
immigrants
3 million.
in United States by
2023, 3
birth,
million.
according... Oh, it doesn't tell me on Statista. Why not?
3 million, 3 million, 3 million.
So are you talking about people obtaining a green card?
Yeah, legal citizens.
Okay. So how many people obtain a green card per year? You think over 3 million people obtain a green card?
Yeah, it's been 3 million for the last 5 years.
Really? Where did you get that information from? Because in
Google.
2024 it was approximately 1.17 million people. So do you really want to bet on that?
Yeah, the average has been 3 million for the last 5 years.
Okay. How much do you want to bet?
A lot. 3 million.
No, like seriously, give me a number.
3 million. One for each legal
You
citizen.
don't have $3 million.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. Hell, I don't have $3 million. I can't make a bet like that.
So you think it should be 3 million, and it is.
It's not. It's literally 1 million.
So you think they should let in 1 million more?
2 million more. Do the math. You're so dumb.
All right, 2 million.
What is 3 minus 1? Jesus Christ.
So you think 2 million more people should come in a year?
Yeah. Nice math.
So you think more illegal immigrants should enter our country a year than U.S.
These
citizens
are
being
legal
born?
immigrants.
So you think we should have more immigrants coming in, legal immigrants a year than actual U.S. citizens being born a year?
I'm fine with that. How many U.S. citizens are born here?
Probably 3.5 million.
How many are born here? 3.6 million? Oh, yeah. So we'd have a little bit less immigration than we have born per year. What's wrong with that?
Countries don't work like that.
Yes, they do.
No, you lose all nationality if you let in more immigrants a year than actual citizens.
Wait, what do you mean by nationality? What is nationality?
Being born here, having your parents being born here, being
So
a
to
US
clarify, you
citizen.
lose nationality. So what's wrong with more of the country being foreign born?
Would Germany want to do that? Would Italy want to do that? Would England want? Oh,
I mean,
England
Germany proportionally does accept more people than us. Did you know that? Like per capita, they accept more people than us.
Do they have more people?
He didn't know that, did he? He did not know that. Shit, fuck. No, no. Would Germany do that? No, they did. Oh, shit, no.
Do you know?
Do I know what?
How many German citizens are born a year?
I can look it up, yeah. Let's see. How many German citizens born a year? 693,000. How many people immigrate to, not US per year, to Germany? Watch. 1.69 million people. So they take in more people than us.
1 million more.
Yeah. Yeah, and they
So-
had 693,000 births. So they're taking in way more people than they are births. So
So
it's
you
actually
would be
hilarious how you
fine.
said, "Oh, Germany wouldn't do that," and then they're doing more than us. They accept more legal immigrants into their country.
Well, we're better than them, so
Oh, you think okay, so do you see how he just said that? And then so you wanted to represent us like Germany, and then now you don't?
so you think it's
Wait, I have a question. Are we why are we better than Germany?
because we beat them in World War II. So
No,
you
I'm
think
talking
we
about right
should
now.
have-
Right now.
because we're better in everything. So
Like
you
it- like
think
what
we should have
specifically?
5 million. You
Like
think
what?
That's the number. 5 million legal immigrants a year.
So can you answer the question? What in what way is Germany specifically better,
every way.
or I mean worse than us?
Everything.
Explain.
I don't need to. Why won't you answer the question? So you think we should have 5 million legal immigrants a year,
Can you answer my question, please?
or unlimited? You think we should have unlimited immigrants a year?
Are you just not going to answer my questions?
Are you gonna not answer mine?
I asked you the question first, did I not?
And I answered.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
What makes the U.S. better than Germany, under your view?
Everything. I said everything.
I need a specific thing.
Everything.
That's not a
Military,
specific thing. Saying
everything.
Okay, so you say military. So military is what establishes the so GDP?
Everything. Literally said everything.
Okay. Hey, dude. I'm asking you very specific questions, and you're not
I am too.
answering specifically
You're not answering
because
mine.
you don't want me to be able to relate to this. Wouldn't
Why
everything
won't you
include
answer-
immigration?
Why won't you answer how many?
Wait, I have a
legal
question.
immigrants
Wouldn't
we have
everything
here?
include immigration?
Why are you dodging the question?
I have a question. Wouldn't everything include immigration? Like we're better at immigration than them?
Can you answer without answering with the question?
Okay. I would like for you to like look into a fucking mirror for a second, dude. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, buddy. Ask
How
your
many
question.
legal immigrants should we have per year?
I just told you already. I'm okay with 3 million.
Okay, so 2 million more currently per year.
Yeah, we've already said this.
Okay, so how many illegal immigrants entered under Biden?
How many undocumented immigrants enter the country? Less than 4 million.
No, it's 21 million actually.
What's your source?
Again, Google.
Can you give me a source that's a search engine?
No, you can look it up.
You're not giving a source. You're just saying Google, that's a search engine.
It's on Google, dude. Just look it up. How many?
That's a search
immigrants
engine,
have
brother.
Okay.
So do you want to give us a source, actually? Or are you scared of facts?
It's called every article on Google. Look it up.
Do you like how you
21
never can
million.
provide specifics? It's hilarious.
You can't either.
Every article, every source ever proves what I just said. You're an incel. You want to know what my
So you
evidence for
think
that
it
is?
should be
Every
3
source
million.
ever. Google.
So you think it should be 3 million?
You're an
How do
incel,
we
buddy.
get the other
You're an incel.
17 million people
You're an
out?
incel. What's my source? Google.
We're
Everything.
17 million people
Everything is
over.
my source.
You
He's an
think it should
incel.
be 3 million, but we're 17 million over.
What's up?
You think it should be 3 million, but we're 17 million over. How do we solve that?
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
No, it's not. You have yet to provide a source. You know what your source is, buddy?
You can look it up.
This-
You're capable of looking it up.
Oh, this is what your source is. You never looked
Just
it up,
like
and that's
you
why you
looked up
have that
everything
position.
else. Just like
You know
how
where I
looked
found
up
my. You know
everything
what my
else.
source is, buddy?
You don't want to look
Pew
up this
Research.
'cause it disproves your.
Hey, I
because
looked it up, and
disproves
Pew
you.
Research indicates the total undocumented immigrant population is 14 million.
Okay, so how do we get those 11 million people out?
Oh, wait. So how did that many people come into the country if the total fucking undocumented immigrant population in the country is only 14 million? You sound stupid.
So how do we get those
You sound
11
stupid.
people- So how do we get those 11 million people out?
14 million, by the way.
So you said it should only be 3 million.
I said 3 million per year.
Okay, so we're over.
Yeah, I'm okay with within the context of mass amnesty doing
We're
more than
14
that.
million people over.
Hey, I'm saying I'm okay with doing more than that in terms of the situation for a mass amnesty policy in the short term.
So you think those 14 million people should all just be legal?
Yeah, if they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime. Which obviously some have, so some shouldn't be able to stay in the country.
So what percentage do you think of those people committed a crime?
Less than 5%.
Well, you're wrong. 100% of them committed a crime because they
I'm
came here
referencing
illegally.
a crime I'd care about, like for example, a violent crime. 5% of those detained by ICE have committed a violent crime.
No, it's 70%.
Nope, not true.
And
You want to
they're
bet?
arguing that it's
You want to bet?
30%.
You said 70% of those detained by ICE have committed a violent crime.
Yeah.
You want to bet?
Yeah. No.
How much?
No, all of the ones that entered illegally.
Yeah, we're talking about that. So you think 70% of people who have who have been detained by ICE, who are undocumented, have committed a violent crime?
Well, the argument is either it's 70% or 30%.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think 70% have committed a violent crime?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to bet on that?
Sure.
How much?
3 million.
$1,000 right now.
3 million.
No, give me an actual number. Like I actually want to take your money.
Whether it's 70% or 30%.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. It's neither of those numbers, right? We're talking about violent crime. Okay, convicted of a violent crime. So, Can you acknowledge this?
So
Do you want to bet? How
whether
much do you want to bet on it? Give me an actual number.
3 million.
You don't have 3 million.
You don't know that.
Will you be able to send me 3 million through Venmo or Cash App or no, Venmo or PayPal?
I don't know the limit on Venmo.
You can't. So how about this? $2,000?
3 million.
$3,000.
3 million.
Okay. You want to do that? I'll sue you.
So whether it's 70%,
I'll sue
or
you, buddy. Let's
30%.
you want to sign this deal, and I'll sue you for 3 million.
Yeah. Okay,
Because you're not going to
sue
give me the dollars.
Okay, sue me. Because you can't prove it.
I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes, I can, because ICE's own data themselves say it's only 5%.
Of all the illegals that entered.
Of people who are detained.
No, all of them that entered.
There's no evidence that 70% of those that entered the country are violent criminals either.
So they're arguing that, oh, no, it's only 30%.
No. The 70 and 30% number you're thinking of is people who have been convicted of a crime, not a violent crime, of a crime. So it's 70% have not been convicted of a crime before, 73% actually.
So whether it's 70% or 30%, it doesn't matter because they're still here illegally, and because 100%.
So only 30% have committed a crime.
No, 100% of them committed a crime because
we're saying convicted of a prior crime. We're not talking about just unlawfully entering the country.
Yeah.
By the way,
whether
not
it's
everyone who's
70%
in the country undocumented has committed a crime, because the fact that people can enter the country lawfully and then overstay a visa, which is going to be a civil offense.
Well, they broke the law, so it's a crime.
That's okay. So, but civil law is different from criminal law. Do you agree?
It's still breaking the law.
Okay, so then Trump's broke the law, right? Do you agree?
No.
He has. Not only has been convicted in a criminal court, but he's also been held liable in a civil court for sexual abuse.
It's being appealed, so innocent until
He
proven
lost
guilty.
the appeal.
It's still being appealed. It's being appealed
No,
again.
he lost the appeal in the civil case.
It's being appealed again.
No, he lost the appeal in the civil case.
It's being appealed again.
He already lost the appeal in the civil case.
It's already being appealed again.
Where?
To a
Where are they
federal
appealing
court.
to?
Federal court.
Wait, what federal court has jurisdiction for civil courts here?
I don't know. Look it up. It's being appealed again. He's
Yeah,
appealing
what
it.
federal court has jurisdiction over civil courts here?
Look it up, bro.
You're the one that doesn't have the source. Dude, you're just
'cause
making things
I'm
up and
on the
saying
phone with
random
you.
shit. Do you not feel embarrassed, bro?
How can I look it up when I'm on the phone with you?
You scroll out of the app and look it up, find
then it
it,
disconnects.
then you come back.
Yeah,
If it
you can do it
disconnects, I'll
too.
add you back up. But
You can do it too. I'm not Google.
I'm not saying you're Google. I'm asking you to look up your own claims.
I have.
You have not. You have not provided a source. You
yeah.
just said Google it.
I
That's
have
not a
researched
source.
it.
Okay, so then what's the source?
I don't know the source off the top of my head.
Don't know. So then look it up.
Like
I'll
you
give you
don't.
time. I'll give you time. It's okay. I'll give you time. Is that okay? Is that fair?
You can look it up too. It's being appealed.
No, answer the question. Is that fair? Can you look it up?
Can you look it up?
No, because I'm gonna thank some people real quick. Just go do that real quick. Cassie, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Cassie as well, thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's so funny. Mark, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Will, thank you for the $1. I know I deal with them. They're so ridiculous. Jaina, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5 as well. Thank you so much. Carolyn, thank you so much for the $10 as well. Thank you. Kenzie, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you so much for Dookie Dawn. Thank you. Kaylee, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $2. Thank you. Thank you. Jay, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. Josh for the $5. And Jacob, thank you for the $5 as well. Again, thank you so much. Alyssa, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $7. Thank you. Michelle, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Just know we always believe you. Thank you so much, Michelle. Lawton, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Let me go thank some people on YouTube real quick. Are you looking up your source, man?
I've already looked it up. It's being
Oh,
appealed.
he's not doing it because he's scared. Oh,
You're not doing it either.
oh, you're having your
It's
little
your show. You can
tantrum.
do it.
How about you look it up, buddy?
You can do it. You can
Look it
fact
up, bud.
check it.
Look it up, bud. J-Ben, thank you so much for the $70. Or not $70, $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 70% of those detained have no criminal
You're scared
conviction.
you're
Exactly. I'm not scared of anything. Grandma, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Hawkeye, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Democracy,
You don't
Death, and
want
Darkness,
to,
thank you for the
because you
$5 for
don't.
We Are Dean Withers. Daryl, thank you for the $5. Kane, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Max, thank you for the $2. Luna, thank you for the $2. Dylan, thank you for the $3. Jason, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so brutal. It's so brutal. Jack, thank you for the $2 well. Luna, thank you for the $5. Tom, thank you for the $5. Hawkeye, thank you so much for the $5. Jack, thank you for the $5 well. Jason, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Juan, thank you for the $10 as well. Socially Awkward, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty.
Yeah, I
Alrighty.
looked it up. It's CNN.com.
Ashley as well. Thank you for the $5. What's the title? Thank you so much, Ashley. W's for Ashley.
Trump appeals.
You said Trump appeals. What's the title? It's not just Trump appeals.
Jeannie Carroll case.
It's E. Jean Carroll. So then you clearly didn't look at it. You just said that. You're just saying he's appealing. That's not providing.
Fact check me.
What did I ask you for a source for?
That his case is being appealed.
Watch. And what is the title? It's CNN. You didn't look it up, did you?
No, because I wanted you to.
There is nothing from CNN. You want to know what comes up? Appeals court upholds E. Jean Carroll's $83 million defamation judgment against Trump. So
Yeah, that was the
get
last
fucked,
one,
buddy.
like September.
Get
That was, like,
fucked.
in September. Yeah, when's the date on that?
There's no source saying that there is currently another appeal on top.
Yeah, there is.
There's no current consideration for it. You're saying that the Supreme Court might take it into consideration?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no evidence that they would. They haven't said they would. They're not taking the appeal. There's no basis for doing that. It's just Trump begging them to do it.
It's called in the process. Just like due process for your illegal immigrants. Trump doesn't
Yeah,
get
and due process determined that Donald Trump literally was guilty, and you don't accept it. You're still going to sit here and defend Trump no matter what. Serenity, thank you so much for Serenity. Thank you so much for the $2. Thank you for the Broncos shirt. Ari, thank you so much for the $5 for the Fox News headline 7 days ago. Supreme Court to review Trump petition. Trump petition on E. Jean Carroll. Most recent I could find. Yeah, so it's more like whether or not it's to review the Trump petition. It's not to take the case yet. Merle, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $25 as well. Thank you so much on Venmo. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give some W's for them in the comment section. As well as Ashley, thank you for the $5 again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Can you thank all the donors for the money?
So you just hate Trump because of things he's said and done that doesn't relate
things
to
he's
his
said and done.
presidency
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
relate to
hate
his
him because of things
presidency.
he said and done. Yes.
That doesn't relate to anything that he's done as president.
I do hate the things that he's done as president and things he's done outside of the presidency.
All right,
Him
what
calling
has
for
he
the
done as
execution of some
president that you
Democrats is what he did as president. Him specifically undermining middle-class Americans by increasing their taxes by imposing tariffs is what he did as president. He's not releasing the
tax
Epstein
cuts
files,
in
even though the
history.
law mandates he does so, is what he did as president.
Release the files.
They have not released all of the files when they're legally obligated to.
Why didn't Biden release them?
Because 1, they weren't legally obligated. 2, the DOJ was
just like
independent.
Trump.
3, it was sealed through 2024. And 4, there were co-conspirators that were being investigated through 2025.
Convenient.
You say convenient. I'm just telling you and describing to you what's true.
So just like how celebrities
Like,
say,
you know what's
oh,
really
they
annoying
should-
to me?
they should cut
Why do
Trump's head
people
off,
like
that's
completely
okay.
ignore the point about the DOJ being independent? Like, you understand how Trump's acting with the DOJ is completely different from how historically presidents have acted with the DOJ, right?
So
And
it's
like
okay
the
for
DOJ being
celebrities to
independent
lie
and the
about him
president and the vice
saying he
president
should
not
be
seeing
dead.
something within the context of the DOJ is totally a reasonable thing to conclude. Like in
So
any
it's
other
okay
administration,
for
you know that, right?
Celebrities to say he should be dead.
What's up?
It's okay for celebrities that say he should be dead and all this stuff that he should die. You know, if only the bullet was an inch
Who?
closer to his head.
Talking about Trump? What
Yeah.
celebrity are you referencing? And Gladys, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so
Reiner.
much. Rob Reiner? When did Rob Reiner say that?
You tweeted it.
Oh, when? Can you give me a source on that? Like, actually go look
Yeah,
that up. I
look-
actually genuinely want that because Trump literally tried to make light of Rob Reiner's death.
Yeah, because Rob Reiner shit on Trump all the time. He said he should be
But
dead.
there was no
When his
evidence that he
brother
said that he
died,
wanted
when
him to
Fred
die.
Trump died, he said, "Oh, the wrong Trump died." When he got almost assassinated, he said, "Oh, if only it was a little bit closer."
Can you give me a source on that one?
Yeah, it's on his freaking Twitter. All of his tweets.
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see.
So that's okay. That's okay for
He wished
celebrities to
anonymous
say that.
contemporary reading complied here does not record that Reiner is saying that. I have a source saying that he didn't do that.
No, he
News
did.
outlets
It's
cite
all
Reiner
documented.
urging against political violence and praising forgiveness after the earlier assassination of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, not endorsing an
No,
attempted assassination.
You know, it's all documented. Said when
Where?
Trump's
Literally, give me a
brother
source.
died,
Give me an actual source.
it's
Don't
on
just
his
claim
Twitter.
it.
It's all documented. It's all archived.
You say on Twitter? Where on Twitter? Where can I find this?
It's all archived. All
Is
his
there
tweets.
is
all
there a
his old
then
tweets.
then find it. Go get it, find it, and then
I'll
give it to
send
me.
it to you. I'll DM it to you after.
No,
I'll
go ahead.
DM it
Go
to
ahead
you.
and find it right now.
I'm not gonna look at it right now.
Yes, go ahead and do it. Do you think
It's
it's
all
okay to call
archived.
for the deaths of people?
No, just like Rob.
Would you
Reiner
ever
called
support a
for the
candidate that
Trump.
called for the deaths of someone?
Well, celebrities do the same thing to Trump.
Yeah, you understand they're
Is
not
that
president,
okay?
though. Are you really saying a celebrity is held to the same standard as the president?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, they're not. Celebrities are not held to the same standard as the president of the United States. You're embarrassing yourself right now.
So it's okay for everyone to say, "Oh, Trump should be dead," all this stuff, but he can't say it.
Wait, say it again?
So it's okay for celebrities saying that he should be dead.
I'm not claiming it's okay for them to say that. I'm claiming that it's nowhere near comparable to Trump himself claiming it about Democrats in Congress. And by the way, I have a Yahoo News fact check right here. It says fact check. Rob Reiner did not say he wished the Butler PA would be Trump assassin hadn't missed. He never said that.
He said if it is 3 inches closer.
Nope, wrong.
Nope, he said it. It's all
Wrong.
archived. I'll send it to you.
Wrong. I have a fact check right
When
here.
his brother died, he said, "Oh, the wrong Trump died." When Fred Trump died, he said, "Oh, the wrong Trump died."
Again, no source for that either.
No, there is. It's all. I'll send it to you.
When you first heard about the murder of Charlie Kirk, what was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Charlie Kirk, not Trump.
Well, horror, absolute horror.
That's Kirk.
And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him, and that should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems. And I felt like what his wife said at the service, that the memorial they had, was exactly right. And totally, I believe, I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus, and I believe in doing to others, and I believe in forgiveness. And what she said to me was beautiful and absolutely, she forgave his assassin, and I think that is admirable.
So
That's
you
not
understand
Trump's
that's what he said. So it's clearly he said regardless of political opinion that you shouldn't treat it
That's
this way.
Charlie Kirk.
And wait, he said regardless of political opinion. So that's evidence in general. And also, by the way, I'm just clarifying. This goes over that and then gives that as
Not what he
supporting
said about
evidence.
Trump. It's not what he said about Trump.
Wait, then provide a source, because I just provided a source that he didn't say
I
that
said
about
I'll
Trump,
send it to
and then I provided supporting evidence that he said in general about this in terms of political ideology.
all
That
on
he doesn't think
Twitter
anyone should be
documented.
killed that way.
Besides Trump, you didn't say that about Trump.
What are you talking about?
So
Can you
is it
provide me a
okay-
single source?
Is it okay for Jimmy Kimmel to lie and say that the shooter of Charlie Kirk was a Republican when he was far left?
I think they that what he said specifically was that the Trump administration was trying to do anything in their power to try to act like it wasn't their guy, which was what they were doing at that point, because they got scared for a second, thinking it could possibly be like a Groyper.
No, he was.
No, that did happen, because they originally started out being like, oh, it was a left-wing lunatic, and then they kind of stopped for a second, and they were like, oh my god, it could be a Groyper. And like there were a lot of people like, oh shit, it could be a Groyper, no one knows. And then like that's when they started kind of like pulling back on that. So that's when Jimmy Kimmel made that joke. So again, you like you get so snowflakey about like all the jokes that comedians make, but then like you're so okay with Trump like literally threatening to murder or not threatening to execute some Democrats because he said to follow the law and to not follow unlawful orders.
With all these celebrities saying Trump should be dead and all.
He
this
didn't do
stuff,
this. You
but
keep repeating this. He never said that.
There's plenty of celebrities all the time that say Trump should be dead, and you
What
think
celebrity?
that's okay.
What celebrity?
Rob Reiner, right there.
Rob Reiner did not say that.
Yes, he did. I'll send
No,
it
he
to you.
didn't.
Yeah, he tweeted it.
Go ahead. Find it.
It's all documented.
I have a source right here from Yahoo News, literally fact checking it and saying that never happened. There's no evidence indicating that.
And find it. You can literally look at the exact words he tweeted.
Yes, I understand you keep repeating that. There's no evidence of that. There's also a
There
Snopes
is
fact check
evidence.
as well, disputing this.
There's plenty of evidence. What are you talking about?
There's two different fact checks from Snopes and from Yahoo News on
You can
this.
literally go on his Twitter and look it up.
You keep saying that, then you do it.
I will, and I said I'll
Wendy,
send it
thank
to
you for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know the caller is so embarrassingly just like
So it's
weird,
okay for
really weird.
celebrities to
Can
say
you
Trump
thank
should
Wendy
be
for the
back
$50? Can you thank Wendy for the $50?
But, oh,
Because
no,
she has
Trump
to deal
says
with
it.
deal with you.
Trump says it.
Can you thank Wendy for the $50?
Look in the mirror.
How so? There's no mirror right now. Oh, I technically am because I'm looking at my thing
But
right
the
here.
media and celebrities say that Trump should be dead all the time.
Sonny, think of the $10. No, they don't.
Yes,
And
they
also,
do.
that does not make it okay for him to
There's
call for
people
the
that
execution of his
celebrated-
political opponents. Name a single person who ran for office who's a Democratic candidate that specifically called for the death of Donald Trump or Charlie Kirk.
There's plenty that said, "Oh, if only the bullet was a little."
Name
bit
a
closer."
single one that did
Rob
that
Reiner.
who ran for president.
Reiner.
Rob Reiner did not run for president. And Rob Reiner did not do that. You keep repeating that.
Yes, he did.
Name a single person who ran for president that did that.
Why do they have to run for president?
Oh, because the Trump is a president. So if you think it's comparable, then you should compare presidential candidate to presidential candidate.
So people with platforms can say it.
You can say you disagree with that. I disagree with that, but that does not mean that it's comparable to Trump doing it.
It's very comparable.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
It's
the same
genuinely
exact
not.
thing.
It's genuinely not. You're
It's the
rage
same
baiting
thing.
at this point, dude.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It is not the president of the United States or a presidential candidate doing that, and that is a very big
No,
distinction.
So they can say it, but he can't.
Again, I already said you should actually condemn both of them saying that.
Oh.
Do you agree?
So you just hate Trump for no reason, not anything he's done as president, just because things he said.
I've literally told you things that I hated he did as president. I gave you plenty of
If-
examples. One of them was he
if you
called for
just
the
replace
execution
the
of some
president-
Democrats because they said to follow the law and to not follow unlawful orders.
If you just replace the president with like JD Vance and you saw all the things he'd done, you'd be like, oh wow, it's actually pretty great. But no,
No.
it's just you're so
I think JD
fixated
Vance
on
is
Trump
horrible.
and demonizing Trump. You just think Trump's a terrible
Why is he doing
person,
this?
and
Why
that's
are you
all
doing this right now?
think
Are you
about.
straw manning me on purpose? Like I
Yeah,
never said that.
You said you were a Republican.
I used to be when I was in high school, dude.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
you got brainwashed.
Like
by
what?
your
Like a
civil
fucking decade ago,
civics
dude?
class.
A decade ago? I'm
Some liberal
23 years old. I'm
teacher-
turning
some
24
liberal
in 2
teacher
months.
Brainwashed you, and now you're like, oh.
I got
Oh,
brainwashed. I took economics
Yeah.
courses and I had conservative teachers too. You know that,
So
right?
did I. So did I.
You took economics?
Yeah.
Really? What's market equilibrium?
Dude, I went to college like 15 years ago. I don't remember.
You don't remember what market equilibrium is?
Stop avoiding the point.
So
just
you
hate
did not
Trump for
take
no
economics courses if you don't remember what market equilibrium is. You took
So
it
you
15
got
years ago.
brainwashed
I don't
by
care.
some
You should
liberal-
still fucking
liberal
remember that.
teacher
That is so
because
fucking
you
ridiculous.
told
You don't remember
Republicans are
market
bad.
equilibrium. Are you
Republicans
kidding
don't
me,
care.
dude?
Republicans are bad.
No, you're an idiot.
No, you're brainwashed.
Well, not only are you bad, but also an idiot. And you said I'm brainwashed, but I can
You're an
actually
idiot.
I can
Where
actually
did you go
remember
to
my
school?
education,
You're an
unlike you.
idiot. Where did you go to
Do you even
school?
remember econ?
Where did you go to school?
I can't say.
Because you're an idiot.
Push the hanging lights. No, because I don't want to be doxxed even more.
Yeah, because you're a freaking idiot and you're brainwashed by a
Because
liberal
I don't
school.
want to be doxxed
Just
because
like
I'm an
Charlie
idiot?
Kirk said. You went to some liberal school and got brainwashed.
Push the galaxy, thank you. You say liberal school. You know, economics isn't like necessarily liberal, right?
Yeah, you said a civics class or something you took.
Yeah, in high school.
That changed your mind.
In high school, yes. Because I looked into the Democratic primaries.
Yeah, and you got brainwashed, and you think that everything the
So how is that
Democrats
being
are
brainwashed?
fighting for- Because you were told everything the Democrats are fighting for is for people's rights and all this stuff, when really it's vice versa, and you got conned.
No, it's for people's rights, and it's for the average person. How did I get conned? It sounds like you're the one that actually got conned, and you're just coping right now.
Because you're
CD,
actually
thank you
a
so much. I really
Republican, you
appreciate the
don't even know
$5.
it.
Thank you so much.
You're
And
really a
M, thank you for the
Republican, you don't even
$25.
realize.
Thank you so much for Bless's parroting, deflecting, moron heart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, M. Thank you for the $25. Thank you. Can you thank M for the
If
$25?
you just took out Trump as president, and
Can you
replaced him
thank
with
Can you
any
thank
other
M for the
guy,
$25?
you're like, wow, this is great. But no, you're so fixated on Trump and just demonizing him and convincing yourself he's a bad person.
He
that
is
you
a bad
won't look
person.
At anything good. You won't look at anything good he does. No matter.
Okay,
he could
name
save
the good.
whole world.
Name the
He
good.
he could save the whole world, and you'd be like, no, he's terrible.
I agree with Operation Warp Speed, but name some good things.
Bombing Iran's nukes for one, preventing World War.
We could have
III.
done so peacefully like we did under the Democrats. He didn't prevent World War III. That's ridiculous to
Yeah,
say.
he did. He literally did.
How?
Literally did. By Iran not bombing Israel and them retaliating.
Okay. One, that's not preventing World War III. Two,
Yes, it
if you
is.
if
It
you
literally
if you want to
is.
reference the scenario in terms of by the way, because that would mean that he would have been causing World War III too. Secondly, there was literally a
No.
threat for a nuke under the Biden administration. Like the Putin threatened to nuke Ukraine, and Biden literally prevented World War III based upon that identification.
Biden?
Yes, Biden prevented World War III based upon that understanding to a greater extent than
How?
you'd ever be
How?
able to mention that Trump prevented it. Because Russia threatened to nuke Ukraine.
Biden didn't do anything. It's Trump who actually provided a resolution in a current ceasefire.
That was literally what Biden did. Biden literally, right,
No,
and his
this is Trump right
administration
now.
prevented World War III with Russia. Yes, they did.
No, he didn't. He didn't
Yes,
do
he did.
anything.
I
No, he
literally
didn't.
just gave the
Did
circumstance,
he-
and then
did
you're
he
just going to
ever
ignore it.
call Putin?
You see how you can't acknowledge anything good about Democrats, but you can only
You
acknowledge
can't
good about
acknowledge anything
Republicans?
good Trump does because you just hate
Loretta,
Trump.
thank you so much. I really appreciate the
He's a terrible
$10. Thank you so
person.
much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Fixated on
Thank
that
you so
he's a
much,
terrible
Loretta.
person. You won't
Democracy
acknowledge
said
anything
Dice
good
Darkness,
that
thank
he
you for the
does.
$10 as well. Thank you so
You're
much.
brainwashed. You're
Grouchy, thank you for the
literally
$10.
brainwashed.
Thank you as well. Thank you so much. Amanda, thank you for the $3. Thank you so much. I really
You
appreciate it.
don't
Thank
look
you.
at anything good he does.
Tammy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much for supporting the brainwashing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. They said
so
he hasn't done
convinced he's a
anything good.
terrible
Name the
person.
good. Seriously, he can't do it. Brianna, thank you so much for the $2. I really
you
appreciate it.
can't
Thank you so
either
much on
because you're
Venmo.
brainwashed.
Marlene with the $20 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Marlene. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're so
Can you thank
convinced
Marlene
he's
for
a
the 20
terrible
bucks
person,
for the
you won't
brainwashing?
acknowledge anything good he does.
I did already. Operation Warp Speed, but you can't acknowledge anything I just said.
Securing the border good?
Can you
No,
name
you
us?
don't believe that.
I don't think that the way that he did so in addressing the border actually
The
affected things
way
in a
he did
positive
it.
manner.
That's the way he did it. The same way Obama did it.
Yeah, it is. It is the way that he did. He's violated due process rights. He's allowed for ICE to detain U.S. citizens just for having an accent. He's literally allowed for ICE to
same way
detain
Obama did? The same way Obama
indigenous
did?
Americans specifically and not
Same
believe
way
their IDs
Obama
and say that they're fake just because of the color of their skin. So all you've come up here and done is you've strawmanned every single one of my positions repeatedly over and over again and shown that you cannot engage in good faith conversation because all you can do is act like the Democrats are some evil boogeyman without actually representing them correctly in order to make yourself feel better about being an evil person supporting the destructive and terrible policy the Trump administration supports.
That's literally what you think of Trump.
What?
That's literally what you're doing with Trump.
What do you mean?
You're just demonizing him, and you won't acknowledge anything good he does.
Haven't I already multiple times said Operation Warp Speed was good, while simultaneously saying there's not much good for us to mention because he hasn't done much good? Can you mention the good he's done?
Yeah, because you won't acknowledge it.
Can you name one policy Donald Trump influenced to get passed that benefit the middle class and average person more than to benefit rich people?
The largest tax cuts in history. There's so many things, dude. So many things.
The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act disproportionately went to the rich and wealthy and did not mostly go to the average person. You're just wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Most of the money went to the 1%. 83% went to the top 1%.
No, middle class.
Most did not go to the middle class.
Tax cuts in history. Middle class tax cuts.
The middle class tax cuts were going to be retained under the Democrats, but they did not make up most of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act as a whole. So you're misrepresenting your own policies. Go ahead and mention a single policy that Donald Trump influenced to get. Wait, listen, buddy. Hey, buddy, listen. Name a single policy Donald Trump influenced to get passed that benefit the middle class more than benefit rich people. Sounds like you can't do it.
How about gas prices?
You say gas prices. So what did Donald Trump do to reduce gas prices?
It's under $2 now.
Not on average in the country. And what did he do to reduce gas prices?
What did Joe Biden do to not do it?
Can you answer my question first?
I don't know. Maybe you should look it up and see what he's done. Maybe enlighten yourself.
Can you answer my question? Can you answer my question?
What's your question?
Okay, I'm just going to go on to the next person. Hey, chat, I just want to let everyone know, if you dislike me talking to someone and you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to. You don't need to, tell me that you're not going to watch. You can just totally do that yourself. I understand. There are certain guests you don't want to listen to. I get it. It makes sense. But if I'm going to continue with a guest, I'm going to do that, irrespective of that determination. And I make that determination. It's my stream. If you don't want to watch, it's totally up to you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
If you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
Donald Trump.
And what state do you live in?
I live in Minnesota.
And what time is it?
Nigga.
You're disgusting. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. List in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Hike, thank you so much. Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you very much. Thank you. As well as Melissa, thank you for the $5. Kenzie, thank you so much for the $2 as well. Ashley, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much for the liberal school. Thank you. All right, let's go to the next individual. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, 38.
And do you support Trump?
Yes.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Well, nowadays I do kind of regret my decisions, but that's a long story.
Okay, well, I do appreciate you very much. I am just looking for people who still do support Trump. Sounds like you do regret your decision to vote for Donald Trump. So we are going to go into the next person here real quick. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. List in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Let's go to the next individual. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Alrighty. The Green, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. To Trump's affiliation with Epstein alone should make everyone stop supporting him. True. True. Let's get this next person up here quick. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. If you want to support me, as always, everyone, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I just like what you do. Bye.
Oh, appreciate you very much. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Let's get the next individual up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
What do you say?
Do you support Trump?
Indeed, I do.
Okay, and if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
And what was your birth year again?
2007.
And how old are you again?
18.
Okay. All right, and you said you would vote for Donald Trump, correct?
Of course.
Okay. Alrighty, let me thank some people real quick, and then we can move on to our conversation. Just give me a quick second real quick. I have some people to thank on YouTube, and then we can do that real quick. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Megaroni, thank you so much for the $10 as well. Thank you so much. Mello, thank you for the $2 as well. Julie, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much, Julie. Carnal, thank you so much for the appreciate the $10. Thank you. Melanie, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you so much. Prune, thank you so much for the $5. Tamika, thank you so much for the appreciate the $10 as well. Thank you so much. I totally agree. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Carnal as well. Thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't just saying you. There was other people I was saying, but yeah, in those situations, because I want to be able to dispute one of the points that they've brought up or things that they're bringing up, and also because of the fact that there are people that have views like that are insufferable, where like if I respond to those certain points, it affects a greater amount of people in terms of the arguments and would be applicable to more. And also sometimes having people who are abrasive like that is important in terms of being able to respond to certain types of views that they have, because of the fact that it demonstrates the absurdity within their view. Mello, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. But obviously up to extents. Valerie, thank you for the $5. Erotica, thank you for the $2. They said their birthday's in April too. Based. Dylan, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Grouchy, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Demarcus Dies in Darkness, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you very much. And I am completely caught up. Alrighty. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Sorry, you already said that. Why do you support Trump? Sorry.
Because he's really nice feet piece.
Okay. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates.
Hi, Parker.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
I like the laws he's passing. I like how he's getting, honestly, the illegals out of the country. There was some illegals in my neighborhood. They were breaking into cars and stuff, so.
Okay. Undocumented immigrants are multiple times as likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country comparative to natural-born U.S. citizens. So if you want to get rid of people in the country specifically who are committing crimes, maybe you should start with the President of the United States, who's violating the law and not releasing all the Epstein files as a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman.
Yes, I do agree that some of his actions are not, like, the best, especially with his acts with the woman and the law. I mean, not the law, sorry. The Epstein list. But from what he has, released, I do think that he is, like, getting to it maybe. Might just be taking some time.
Okay, so you're saying they're getting to it. So they don't have enough people in government to release them? They fired too many people in government?
Possibly, or it's just taking longer for them to get it done.
They
might
have
to go through a
legal
longer
obligations.
process.
So they don't have enough employees that uphold what they legally need to fulfill?
Well, with all the people in the White House who were off, not coming to work and stuff, maybe that's why, maybe not.
Claire, by the way, thank you for the $3. That did go through. I must have just missed it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And Allspice, thank you so much for the $40 on Venmo as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Ashley, thank you for the $2. Sorry, repeat what you just said.
I said recently with all the White House workers and all the members of the government who hasn't been coming to work, they've been like trying to do online and all that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Like government workers are doing online and they cut people from doing online work? Is that what you said?
No, like, okay, some of the White House workers or like the government workers, they haven't been coming to work and all that. They've been like protesting against him and stuff.
Oh, I don't think that's specifically the only thing. And also, if they're protesting against him, isn't that just evidence that he doesn't actually get people to work? He doesn't actually get
Probably.
people to like work together, and instead he causes so much divisiveness that people are protesting him rather than working?
Probably.
So then why do you support Trump given that he's so divisive?
Well, one of the reasons why I support Trump is basically just because Parker, shut the fuck up, you gay ass, ugly ass, skinny ass, motherfucking twig ass, motherfucking bitch, you a mother.
Megaroni, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go on to the next individual here real quick. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. List in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request again if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because I love ICE and I love what they're doing.
Okay, what makes you think you love ICE?
Because they're getting the immigrants out of here and they're making America a better place.
Okay. How are they making it a better place by getting immigrants out of the country?
Just because I feel like, yeah, that, you know, I fucking hate liberals and I hate niggers. Fuck all niggers.
You're
Fuck you.
disgusting. You're so disgusting. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. Listen on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria. Listen on the TikTok screen. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm gonna keep you for literally 2 minutes, but because I'm not American. By the way,
I'm
the
sorry.
list.
We are just looking for some debates. I do appreciate you very much. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey. I'm 18.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
Donald Trump.
Alrighty. Allspice, again, thank you so much for the $40 on Venmo. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate Allspice. Thank you so much. Put some W's for them in the comment section. It's always good to see you. Thank you so much for the $40 on Venmo. Again, thank you so much. Alrighty, why do you support Donald Trump?
Because he helps us reduce wars in the country
Okay, how has he done that?
by conflicting with Putin and telling him not to start wars, any new wars.
Okay. How did he prevent war with Putin? I think that the war still continued with Putin.
Nigga.
You're disgusting. Dude, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Alrighty, do give it a second, everyone. Let's get this next individual up here. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I didn't mean to come in this box. Sorry.
And do you support Trump?
No, I didn't mean to come in this box, bro. I'm sorry. You can drop me.
Oh, okay, sorry. Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Alrighty, yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 40.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
You have a little bit of an echo. Is there a way you can fix that?
Probably. Hold on.
The Trent, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So he prayed for Trump to be a better human on stage at prayer breakfast today, while Trump sleeps behind him. Trump is no much of a meme he is, really. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
I'm a firm believer of law and order. So it's one of those things that I feel that he does a good job on trying to keep the laws intact of what America is founded on. Does that make sense?
Okay. So you support law and order, but you voted for a convicted criminal over a prosecutor?
He's technically not a convicted
He is.
felon.
Yeah,
No,
yes.
He
was
he's
sentenced.
not, but
It's on his record.
He was not sentenced.
Yes,
not
he was.
He is
It was
not a
sentenced and it's on his
felon.
record. He just wasn't put in prison because you guys voted for him for president.
No, it's not accurate, but it's okay.
It is accurate.
No,
That's 100% accurate. You want to bet?
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, what are you willing to do?
Give me a number.
I don't do money. Money's for people that are looking to gain things.
I mean, that's what a bet is for, right?
No, a bet can be for many things. Well, anyways, so beside that, we have laws in the United States, right? Everybody's due to follow them, correct? If you break a law, you should be punished or in trouble, correct? Like I can't come and break into your house without you calling the cops and having me arrested, right?
Sorry, repeat what you're saying. I'm really confused what your point was.
No, so there's laws in place in the United States, correct?
Yeah, I agree there are laws. And I agree that we need to
Okay.
enforce the laws. I think Trump violates the law to a greater extent.
Well, it doesn't matter what he does, right? It's what laws we're trying to enforce on people that are already here. Like it is illegal for me to come break into your house and pull you out of your house, correct? You're going to call the cops and try to get me arrested.
Yeah, it would be bad
So
for you to do that.
what would be the difference in somebody that's not supposed to be in the country doing the exact same thing?
You're saying try to rip you out of your house. Do you understand that?
No,
Wait,
no,
repeat
but
what you're
that's
saying. I'm
even-
so fucking confused. Are you saying an
Even if
undocumented immigrant is
somebody
coming
comes
into your
onto your
country and
property.
stealing you out of your house or something?
No, I'm trying to put it in a way that you can maybe understand it. You have a piece of property. You don't want somebody on your property, right? It's trespassing.
I think we designate personal property differently than we designate our country.
So it's the property of the United States, correct?
But there's not one single owner of the United States.
We the people are, right?
Yeah, but like that's a lot of people. That's not just one person.
It is, but that's why we have elections to kind of not enforce, but that's the way that we want to see. That's the way half of the people, at least, want to see the country be run.
Okay, but I guess it's not representative of half the people. It's representative of less than half of who
Who
voted.
we elected. Yes. Well, that's why we have an electoral college, all that fun stuff.
That's horrible.
But no, hey, that's fine. That's your right to think that way. But my way of thinking is that I want to see this happen. I want people to come here legally. I want people to migrate legally. There's a legal way to do it, and then there's a non-legal way to do it. If they're not here seeking that path legally, then why should they be here?
Yeah, because the fact that the legal process takes too long, that's why it's incentivizing people to not go through said legal process. Let's make the legal process go significantly quicker, and it'll incentivize people to go through said legal process.
I am 100% in favor of that. I really am. I mean, our country was founded on immigrants. My great-great-grandparents came over through Ellis Island. That's no problem. That back then was a different time. Now's different. We should have a much better process, a quicker process, but also too, we need to make sure the people that are coming in are going to add value to the society that we have here,
They do. They do.
Not all of them.
Wait, most people do. So people who have
Most people do. Not all
yeah,
of
like
them.
people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes, or people who are held civilly liable of sexual abuse, should not be allowed into our country.
Well, he's already a citizen, so you can't kick people out that
Well,
are
I'm just saying,
citizens.
like, it's
I
a
mean, I
reason
guess
why we
you
wouldn't.
can.
It's a reason why we wouldn't let someone legally enter our country. It's good enough reason to say that they shouldn't be president.
Well, that's fine. However you want to see that, that's not what we're arguing is whether he should be president or not. We're arguing about illegal immigration, right?
I mean, you understand that we're talking about why you support Trump. So you thinking he should or shouldn't be president is very relevant to that conversation.
Well, I guess yeah, that's true. I will say that. Okay, then my support is more towards the conservative side of things. If there was another person there, I would have supported them.
You said if there was another person there, you would have supported them. There was Kamala Harris.
No, that she doesn't have my values and beliefs. And
What values and beliefs?
Well, one, she doesn't believe that you should deport people. There was no deport. She wanted to keep. She wanted the border open.
She still wanted to criminalize undocumented entry. She said it explicitly.
She also, I don't know how to put this. She changed faces a lot, if that makes sense. She catered to the people that she wanted to cater to at that specific time.
Isn't that exactly what Trump does? Isn't that exactly what every politician does?
That's exactly what everybody does.
Yeah. So
right?
What's your point? She catered to a specific community. That's
what
literally what politicians do. By the way,
she would change her mind every single time that it benefited
no evidence of
her
that.
to talk
No
to those
evidence
people.
of that. By the way,
there is, and a lot of her speeches. I don't have any specific ones right now because I wasn't prepared to.
Yeah, you don't know a single thing that she changed her mind on. Yet you are going to sit here and say that's the reason why you think that that's not that's why you shouldn't support her.
There's a couple where she wanted to prosecute people for drug charges in California, and then changed that back. The whole border crisis.
I don't know. I think you're misremembering that.
I might be, but that's just things that I remember from the past of how she was as she changed.
Okay, but I don't see. I mean, her changing views is not evidence of her just changing views for the fuck of it for just her own benefit or something. That's not evidence of that.
That's fine. We can. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the illegal immigration problem that we have. Right.
Okay.
You can push it however you want. That's the core of my discussion with you right now is the illegal immigration. Doesn't matter who I voted for, who I believe in or whatnot. I believe, and that's how not 90%, but probably 75 to 80% of the people that voted for Trump feel that same way. And there's probably a lot of Democrats too that feel that same way, that we shouldn't just have these people that we have no idea who they are running amok through our country.
Understand that we're going to be able to identify people to a greater extent if we give them a pathway to citizenship where they haven't committed a violent crime, if they haven't not committed a violent crime or bad crime, because it gives them an actual incentive to identify themselves to authorities.
And I'm 100% for that. I really am.
Wait, then you're for mass amnesty, but yet you disagree with Democrats. Democrats do still disagree with mass amnesty. They still want to criminalize undocumented entry. They just prioritize going after those that have committed violent crimes and bad crimes to those that have not.
Correct. I'm for that. That's not what Democrats do. Amnesty. Not for mass amnesty.
That's my position. That is still in disagreement with the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I don't think that we should just say, hey, everybody that's here, yeah, hey, good, you guys are good to go. You're citizens. There still needs a process for those people to be able to go through the system, just like everybody else that immigrated from here from other countries, throughout the years. And I know we need to do a better job as the United States of making that pathway a lot better. But also the people that are here still need to not necessarily be prosecuted, but need to be deported and then have them come through the legal way or start a legal process for them while they're being detained.
Okay. So you want to start a legal process, but you want them to stay in the country?
Well, if they can be vetted properly while they're in the country.
Yeah, that's what we're advocating for. We're just saying we want them to be vetted, but this incentivizes more people to go through said vetting process. And also, by the way, it incentivizes people who meet the criteria to go through said process. People who don't meet that
Yeah.
criteria won't, and then it will be easier for law enforcement to focus on those that have actually committed violent crimes and bad crimes rather than those that have not.
Yeah. I mean, and that's we agree on a lot of things, I would assume.
And the green, thank you for the $10. That's actually true, by the way. And so I guess if we agree on a lot of things, why do you support Trump then?
Me,
Yeah.
personally, I mean, that's how I was raised. I was raised more conservatively, independent. I tend to lean to people that are more in favor of business growth, business.
Yeah, Trump, I think, leads to less business growth.
Well, maybe from the social aspect of government-wise, I feel that there should be a lot more private industry, less government overrun of things. I do a lot of work for the government, which is kind of where I see the huge problem. Whenever you get a larger government, it creates a lot of unnecessary jobs that don't need to be there. A lot of not necessarily red tape, but a lot of unnecessary wielding of government power, we'll say. And I'll leave that as
You're saying unnecessary wielding of government power. You mean what the Trump administration is doing with ICE, right? Like in violating people's due process rights and deporting or detaining U.S. citizens just because they have an accent, detaining indigenous Americans and not believing their IDs and saying they're fake just because of the fact that their skin color is different than white.
So due process laws go differently with immigration. I mean, they do. Like you don't have to. I mean, you can be detained, no Miranda rights. There's a whole different aspect to that as opposed
So
to
you don't
traditional
think
due
that
process
people need
rights.
to have the rights read to them even if they're U.S. citizens detained by ICE?
I mean, that's how often does that happen? I mean, there's
that still
there's
does happen.
mistakes.
Wait. I can give you an example of one that just happened or it just happened.
Yeah.
Like there are countless examples.
So here's the other thing. I saw countless videos of Minneapolis where there's actual citizens trying to detain people and trying to get them to identify themselves. So they're trying to keep people out. So, I mean, it's kind of like a two-way street, right?
Well, I'm confused what you mean. You said there are citizens trying to keep people from coming to the country? Is that what you mean?
They're trying to prevent ICE from coming into the neighborhoods. They're trying to keep people.
No, they're watching them and they're recording them.
No, I mean there's videos of the one that I saw was a gentleman in a white Suburban where a bunch of people stopped him, made him get out of his car, identify himself. They wouldn't let him pass because they thought he was an ICE guy, an ICE agent.
Yeah, I'd have to see evidence of that. One, two, as it relates to this. Given that that's true, what's the point?
Well, no, I'm just saying there's a lot of instances where you can pick on a very broad scale of, let's just say 580 some thousand arrests or detainments. There are, there is going to be, nobody is 100% perfect, right? No administration is 100% perfect in the life of anybody. If you can show me somebody that's never made a mistake, never done anything imperfectly, or never made a imperfection, that would be something that's like, oh, okay.
What is this guy saying? I don't know what you're saying right now.
You're saying that every process that everybody goes through is absolutely perfect. There are going to be mistakes.
No, I'm not saying
there's going to be mistakes made.
I'm not saying processes are perfect. I'm confused what your point is.
Well, you're trying to point out the one guy that got detained as a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, I'm referencing people being detained who are U.S. citizens, and they're not being believed in terms of having their IDs. They're being detained for having an accent. Like literally, the justification provided by DHS was that they had an accent, and one of the agents heard it.
I don't know how you can prevent that. I mean, yeah, that's
how do you prevent that? You say that that's not okay. You don't support that. The DHS shouldn't defend it. Like, I don't know why it's so complicated to understand that, like, we shouldn't be supporting things like that.
Was there reasonable cause there?
No.
Do you know the
Do you
exact
think an
situation?
accent? Yes. Do you think an accent is reasonable cause?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so it's not.
Not necessarily. There are circumstances.
I don't know what you would say.
I mean, if somebody's not speaking, no, I'm not saying that's in a bad way, but somebody's not speaking English, you could possibly presume that they would, necessarily not be legal.
No, you can't. If they're not speaking English, you cannot make a determination that they're here in this country undocumented. What are you talking about? At my girlfriend's parents' house, they speak Spanish all the time. Could you make a determination that they're undocumented by the fact that they speak Spanish?
I'm not saying that I can't. I can make that determination, right?
You can.
I can. I mean, I can say that I believe
you would
they
say
might
that
not be
they're
legal.
you would say that my girlfriend's family is undocumented because they speak Spanish in some circumstances.
I don't know who they are, right? Somebody. I'm just saying somebody, not as a DHS agent.
But do you think it would be justified that they're detained if they spoke Spanish? So you're saying my girlfriend should essentially just have to think about the fact that she shouldn't speak Spanish in public because maybe she would be detained by ICE? Like, are you fucking serious?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that at all.
Like, genuinely, that's the world that you're going to be causing us to live in. By the way, they're already doing.
They're all right. I will step back and I'll let somebody else come on. Parker, I had a pleasure talking with you. I think you're a good person. So I feel that you do a great job with these things. I'm glad that I got the ability to get on here and talk to you.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate you coming up.
Hey, no problem. Best of luck.
So let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get on this next individual real quick. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Alrighty, let's go into the next individual. Only send a guest request again if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're gonna get one more person up, then we're gonna join Dean, and then we'll do a little bit of a live later after Dean's done. Just letting everyone know, if you want to support me as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, so you can support YouTube Super Chat. Candy, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Oh, I wish you would have done that to me. Robert, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And that's true. Natalie, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Audra, thank you so much for the $1 as well. Thank you. Oh, don't worry. I am completely fine. Don't worry. Let's get this last person up here for today, or for right now. We will be on later today. Don't worry, everyone. We're just going to join Dean here probably after this conversation. If you're on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up. We are not only going to do this live right now, but once Dean is done with his live, we'll probably do, I want to say, an hour, maybe 2 hours or so of debates later in the day. So that sounds like the plan. We're going to get one more person up here right now. We're going to join Dean, and then we're going to do that after his live. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Yo, what's up, how old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
19.
What's your birth year?
2004.
That doesn't make any sense, man. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Hey, how are you? I'm 20.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
I mean, if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who'd you rather vote for?
Yeah, vote for Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I think it's yeah. I mean, I think in the 2024 election, it was a case of two evils where you have one option that's a little bit less consequentially bad than the other one. So you take Trump. In my opinion, at that time, he was the better alternative to what we had with Kamala Harris. And I mean, I think I honestly still see that. Although, yes.
Do you still hold that position?
That what? That
like,
I
if the election were held today, would you vote for Trump over Harris?
Yep, I think so.
Why?
Well, look, you make all these arguments. ICE, all the ICE issues. I agree. ICE in itself is a good idea, but the execution is where I find the problem. But I mean, under the Biden administration, all leaders around the state, around the country, sorry, agree that there was an issue with the way the border was controlled. Look at Gavin Newsom, look at business people all around. They all agreed it was a fundamental issue. And you look at Europe, and I mean, they're facing a similar issue, and they're unable to act, whereas Trump tried to act. Now, I do agree. The way in which it was executed was faulty. There needs to be a reform. Nonetheless, the core idea of trying to
What state
manage
do you live in?
this illegal immigration. What state do I live in? New York.
What time is it?
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's 3:28.
Okay. Can you name three cities in New York?
3 cities?
Yeah.
Manhattan, Rhode Island, and
Rhode Island?
What do you mean by cities?
What do you mean? What do I mean by cities? What are you talking about? You don't know what a city is?
Oh,
okay.
3 cities in New York only?
Yeah.
You got New York, you got Buffalo, and
you just looked it up.
Rochester?
You just looked it up. I literally just
What do you
heard
mean?
you type it in.
So? I mean, why are you...
So? What do you mean, so? You live in New York and you don't know 3 cities in New York? They sounded like they had a European accent. That's why I questioned. I questioned for a second because they said something about, like, Europe that made me think, like, wait, oh, hold up. They kind of do have a European accent. Like, let me ask them. You judge by accent? Specifically when they have European accents or British accents? Yes. And that's in the only context. I only do it with European or British accents because most times when someone specifically is in that context, I question just to ensure they should be on the live because people from Europe love to troll my live. They love to troll my live. Yo, how old are you?
34.
And do you support Trump?
I do.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you rather vote for?
I definitely vote for Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because I feel like he's straightforward for the most part. I think a lot of politicians are crooked and mass, and I think he, for the most part, is straightforward and is objective in making America better than what it currently is.
Okay, how is he making America better?
There's been several things that he's done in this year. If you look at the immigration and attempting to increase the amount of illegal immigrants we have in the states, if you look at the fraud in several different states that the DOJ has directly went towards increasing. If you look at a lot of the DEI programs in which they defunded and regulated,
such as?
just to name a few things. You said such as, like, I don't know the exact actual.
You don't know what DEI policies they got rid of that you agree with getting rid of? That was the reason why you're saying you support Trump. So is there anything you can talk about in terms of things you do know that you could bring up?
Yeah, I just listed the immigration. I don't agree with there being a mass amount of illegal immigrants in America.
Okay. How many undocumented immigrants do you think are in the country?
As record, before Trump's presidency, there was documented that they had open borders and there were about 3 or 4 million illegal immigrants that had came into the country.
Open borders, that's not open borders. And less than 4 million people coming to our country is not that many.
You said 4 million people coming into the country is not a lot of people?
Yeah.
I disagree with that strongly.
It's a little more than 1% of our population.
It doesn't matter. That's 4 million people isn't a lot of people. That's an ignorant
In 4
statement.
years?
It doesn't matter. 4 million people in 20 years is a lot of people. Illegal.
No, it's not. No, if you're,
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about my age?
I mean, that's an ignorant statement. That's something that someone would say that doesn't have wisdom in life, to state that 4 million people that you don't
How old are you?
know that don't have. I'm 34.
Okay, so you're like what, near 10 years older than me, and you're saying I lack wisdom in life, man? And because I literally said that
10
undocumented.
years. You lack 10 years of wisdom from me. Yes, you definitely do.
Okay. So I don't lack wisdom in life because of the fact that I made a claim that disagrees with you on immigration. That actually, if anything, under your position, shows that you lack wisdom because you think that a disagreement on a political position is based upon the fact that I'm younger than you. This has nothing to do with me being younger than you. There are plenty of older people than you in the chat that agree with my position and disagree with yours. Your age being the basis for your political position here is a stupid fucking argument. I don't understand why people make this shit. Okay? Are there things that when you get older that you can gain more in terms of wisdom? Yes. But clearly you didn't do that here because then you would have been able to identify that your age is not demonstrating that you know more in this context specifically. That's not, especially with this argument. It's not like I lacked knowledge about something here. What did I lack knowledge about?
Parker, I'll agree. That wasn't the basis of my argument.
It was.
The basis of my argument was that, no, it wasn't. You asked me why I supported Trump. I said I supported Trump because of him getting out illegal immigrants. And then you went on this rant about having 4 million people being in America is not a bad thing. And I said that's
not a rant.
Wise thing to say.
Yeah, I said 4 million people
statement
coming to
was
our
a
country is
rant.
not too many people. I think we could have mass amnesty of that many people, give all of them amnesty, and that would be completely fine.
And that's why I said that was an unwise thing to say.
It's
And
not unwise,
That's not
though.
me basing. Hold on, wait. That's not my point. And that's not me basing my entire argument on your age. You just deflected like crazy and tried to give me this word salad.
You said I would. You said because I would. You said you asked me what my age was, and then you said, "Oh, that makes sense." And you said you have less wisdom, right? That's because you have less wisdom, and that's why you came to that determination. So stop lying and gaslighting. You literally just gaslit me like I didn't fucking remember what happened in the conversation.
That's not basing my argument on your age.
It was
stating facts.
It was. You literally just tried to dispute what I said by acknowledging that I'm younger. That's literally what you did. You asked me what my age was, and then we're literally disputing what I said based upon that by saying that I have a lack of wisdom because of my age. You literally said 10 years of less wisdom. That's explicitly what you said. So you said the age relating to your, the wisdom relating to your age was the relevant quality of determining that I was wrong in this scenario. Now you're gaslighting me. What is this, dude? Do you think that you're like beating me in a debate right now or something?
I wasn't debating you. I'm just having a conversation. You have a question on the screen, and I was having a conversation. I'm not debating you.
This is a debate. A debate is where you have two disagreeing opinions, and you argue as to why you accept one or the other. That's what a debate is.
So you disagree that I support Trump?
Yes. You shouldn't
How can
support
you
Trump.
disagree with me? How do you disagree with me supporting something? How
You
can
shouldn't support
disagree with
Trump.
Me.
I disagree with your support for Trump. Does that make sense? Is this a confusing thing to you?
That makes sense. No. That makes sense. Respect. That makes sense.
Okay. So do you understand my point there? Like, none of the points you brought up in terms of my age or anything were relevant to demonstrating whether or not I was right or wrong in this scenario. And yes, 4 million people is not too much. I don't know why that's a complicated thing to understand. We need to increase our population because by 2050, according to the Congressional Budget Office, we will have a stagnating and decreasing population size because we've had below replacement rates in terms of fertility rates for the past 50 years nearly.
It is. I still don't agree with you. I don't agree that letting 4 million people into our country is a good thing. I just disagree. And I think you saying that is an unwise thing to say.
No. I never said it was necessarily a good thing. I think they should have been allowed in the country through legal ways, right? I think that them going through the process undocumented is bad because of the fact that they are able to be mistreated in our country. So there are conditions I consider bad, but like I'm saying that it wouldn't be bad for them to legally immigrate to the country. That's 1% in nearly 4 years. Like I don't see how that's an issue. It's 0.25% a year, by the way.
How, wait. So you're stating that you don't see how it's an issue for 4 million people to legally immigrate into the country. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. I agree, but I disagree with 4 million people illegally entering the country. Would you disagree with that?
I understand, but I'm just saying that the way that you can address that is
Answer my question.
I am answering it directly. I disagree. The only reason I disagree with that is because the fact that I want them to have a legal basis in immigration. So I don't want to deport them. I want them to have a legal basis in this country. So a pathway to citizenship where they do not have to leave the country.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it not make sense? I can explain it again if you'd like.
You're saying you want them to have a legal pathway to enter the country. Would there be a barrier to entry? Would there be a amount of people that can come in? I mean, that what you're negating doesn't negate the initial situation in which 4 million people illegally came into the country. You're stating what you would do. I'm stating what happened, and I'm stating what Trump is doing in order to recorrect what has already been done.
You can't change what happened. You can only provide solutions.
Yes, you can, by deporting them. What do you mean you can't change it? 4 million people come in, 4 million people leave. It's changed.
That doesn't change what happened. That's what you claim your solution is. I'm claiming my solution is mass amnesty and providing them a legal pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave.
How does that not change? 4 million people come into the country, 4 million people leave. How does that not change the problem? How does that not change what happened? What are you talking about?
It doesn't change what happened in the past. It changes what you want to do for the future.
Okay, I'll
Does that make sense?
So which one is the better? So which one is better, your solution or mine? I mean,
mine, obviously.
Your solution is a byproduct. It's a byproduct.
What? My solution is a solution or something that we can do to address the fact that people are in the country undocumented.
So what is your how does your solution correct for the 4 million that's already here? That came in illegally. It gives them a
pathway to citizenship if they have not committed a violent crime or bad crime.
Wait. Hold on. That came in here illegally, disregarded our entire structure of doing things initially.
Yeah.
How does your solution correct for that?
By giving them a legal pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country.
So you
and
would
then making the legal process. I would love to finish. And making the legal process go significantly quicker. So people who are trying to go into the country, right, through the legal process in the future will be able to go through said quicker legal process.
So do you agree that everyone that came into the country, the 4 million people, were good citizens looking to add to America? You would give them all citizenship?
I would give them all citizenship if they've not committed a violent crime or bad crime.
I agree to that. And I thought that, because I could be totally incorrect, but I thought that Trump was getting out all the individuals who were criminals.
So 73% of those detained by ICE have no criminal record that they've been convicted of. 95% of those detained by ICE have no violent criminal record.
Do you have where are you getting that?
That's from ICE data. You can find this on the Cato Institute.
Respect. I didn't know that. I'll look into that.
Yeah, and by the way, the Cato Institute is a libertarian source, not like a liberal source. It's like a right wing sort of like Republican libertarian sort of source.
Respect. I'll look into that. If that's the case, but even still, and you may disagree with this, even still, if they don't have a criminal record, I disagree with you being in the country illegally. That's a crime.
You disagree with someone being in the country undocumented, is what you said?
That's
I understand.
A crime. Yes, sir.
I understand. It is a crime to legally unlawfully enter the country. It is not a crime to enter the country illegally and then stay in the country, like overstay a visa, for example.
Okay, I mean the nuance in that situation could be extremely hairy, but and I haven't looked at what percentage of people that actually are under that umbrella and which amount of people are under the other umbrella. But me looking at all the information I received based off of how many illegal immigrants came into the country under the last legislation, there was a lot of crime, there was a lot of fraud, and a lot of situations that didn't benefit America. So that's why I agree that Trump using ICE to deport the illegal immigrants is a good thing, and that's why I support Trump. I don't think we have a disagreement. I mean, I think it's a good thing what you do. I like your show, stand-up individual. Didn't mean no disrespect by the wisdom thing. I just think I meant the barrier for understanding is different between me and you.
No, you could just say that your understanding based upon maybe your experiences or your life experience, for example, might be different from mine. And then that doesn't necessarily mean that your position is right, my position is wrong, but it gives us a difference in understanding of the topics, right? So like that point is true. That point's very true. But the broader point that I wanted to make is that I think that I'm addressing undocumented immigration. I don't think I'm letting it become too ridiculous where there are too many people coming to the country. I think that we can establish a baseline for too many people are coming to the country. I don't think we're anywhere near that level. And I think this idea that immigration is bad is a harmful concept.
I don't think proper immigration is bad. I think we're farly underpopulated. I don't disagree, but you get really, really hairy and in a bad situation when you can't document and have an understanding for who's actually here.
Okay, well, if you want a greater understanding, the greater way to vet people is by providing a legal pathway for those that are already in the country and documented. And if you say that we're underpopulated, well, then we want a greater population, right? Meaning that we want more immigration to our country. So we need to make the legal process go quicker and provide amnesty for those that are already in the country and documented.
So are you saying that that's the bulk of the issue? People that have came into the country legally and are being deported because their visas are expiring?
I mean, I don't know if it's a bulk of the people, like a majority, but I'm pretty sure it's a very high percentage. It might be the greatest percentage out of all like people who are in the country undocumented if you were to categorize them under a certain category. I think it's like I'm pretty sure it's 30 to a bit over 50%, somewhere around there from the last time I checked. I can look.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
And what causes that? What causes your visa to expire? Because I know that there's like a barrier to entry. You got to like learn some things, take some tests. So is it
40% of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. are visa overstays? So I was actually like exact on 30 to 50%. I was perfect. Right in the middle of that, 40%.
So 60%. I mean, that's a high percentage.
Mm-hmm. So
they don't account for your argument.
People are saying Dean is banned permanently. What the hell happened? That's ridiculous.
Parker, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for, Kamala or Trump?
Kamala. Would you also?
Definitely not.
Why not?
I'm a Trump supporter. I mean, no, I wouldn't vote.
Oh, Dean definitely didn't get permanently banned, but he did get banned, seemingly. Sorry, you said what? Say that again?
I said I'm a Trump supporter. No, I didn't vote for Kamala.
Okay, but like why?
I didn't feel like she was an honest individual. Me personally, she portrayed herself to be an African American. She's not an African American woman.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. She's a black woman.
She's not.
Yes, she is.
She's definitely not. She's definitely not.
Yes, she is.
White man. She's not. She's not, sir. She's not.
Wait, let's clarify. You know that her dad is Afro-Jamaican and that her mom is Indian, right? So she's black and Asian.
She identifies with being an Indian woman and always has until
so wait, let me clarify.
Necessary.
Let me clarify.
And it was and it was until it was necessary for her to propagandize the African American community in order to gain that vote. She's not a black woman. She's an Indian woman.
Can you be biracial?
Definitely.
Can you be black and Asian?
It depends. I mean, culturally,
it's
different.
Yes, correct.
So
can you be black and Asian? Yes, right?
It depends. Culturally, it's different.
Depends? What do you mean it depends? I'm asking, is it possible?
So
yes. So if it depends, then yes.
But whatever ethnicity you identify with in mass is what you are. What you identify with in mass.
Wait,
so
I'm just asking, can you be black and Asian?
You can be black and polka dot. Yes, you can be black in a lot.
What?
Of things.
You can be black and Asian. Okay. Is India within Asia?
Your point is null and void because
my point is that she can be Indian and black. That's the point.
Black isn't a race. Black is a culture. Black isn't a race. So what you're saying is null and void. Black is not a race or a demographic of people. Black is a culture. So she's not culturally black. And you wouldn't understand that because you're culturally white.
So you're saying she's not culturally black. What makes someone culturally black?
They identify with black issues, black struggle, black situations. They're culturally black. Their culture aligns with being
so they identify with black struggles. Okay. Do you think that Kamala Harris identifies with black struggles at all?
No, I don't.
No? So do you know what sorority she was in? Do you know what school she went to? She went to Howard University, the historical black college and university.
Kappa's a fraternity.
A lot of people that are in academia claim to be black and they're not. She used it as a method to gain votes. The woman is not black.
I'm just gonna hop in for 2 seconds because the fuck. That's all I really have at this point. The fuck. What are you talking about? Like, for you, first and foremost, for you to say, oh, black is a culture, it's not a race. Yes, the fuck it is. It's a race. It's literally a race that's recognized by the United States of America. It's on the census document. Black is absolutely a race. There's a difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality, but Kamala Harris is absolutely a black woman who's embraced her blackness at every single point. You can talk about academia and what she did or did not do, but you can talk about the fact that she was actually born and raised in Oakland, California, one of the blackest cities in America. She went to Howard University, like Parker said. She crossed Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the first and oldest black sorority in the world. She also caucused with the Congressional Black Caucus while in the Senate. She has at every point embraced who she is as a black woman. And for you to sit here as a black man to try to erase anyone else's blackness is fucking gross. That's weird and it's gross. Like, that's super weird and gross. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. Yeah.
Do you have a response, man?
I mean, that's his opinion and he's entitled to it. Hold on. That's his opinion and he's entitled to it. I don't agree with it. All skin folk and kinfolk.
It's not about skin folk being kinfolk. You're right about that.
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you.
You're right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Demonstrate what you know.
Like I was saying, all skin folk and kinfolk, and my understanding of understanding you may not understand, and that's okay. I don't believe she was a black woman. I don't believe she ever identified as being a black woman. If you do, and that's what you believe, I'm not here to argue with you. You can have that opinion.
Yeah, so arguing about whether she is or is not a black woman, that's moot, right? I mean, like, you don't understand what race is because you literally, for some reason, said black isn't a race, it's a culture. So you don't understand race as a black man yourself. But the only thing that I'm standing on is trying to erase anyone's blackness is fucking weird and gross. Like, you don't do that. It doesn't matter if you're black from the United States of America, if you're black from Jamaica, if you're black from England, it does not matter. Black people are black. Race is a social construct that is based off of phenotypical characteristics for the othering of non-white people. Like, literally, it is a structure that was created for structural functionalism. Like, if you don't understand these things, that's fine. But you sitting here trying to deny a black woman's blackness, that's something I won't do. So, like, you can sit here and say, oh, you don't think she is? I don't really care what you think. She's absolutely a black woman. Parker's gotten real quiet around here.
Yeah, he's getting real quiet.
I love how he tried to sun you and be like, oh, you wouldn't understand because you're a white man. You don't know race because you white. Did he run?
I think he did. He literally just ran.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Jesus, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That was brutal.
I thought you guys were having a good debate until he started saying like the stupid stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was too, but that was a bit brutal. I don't know, man. That came out of nowhere. The whole denying that Kamala Harris. I really don't understand why people still do that. Like, they still do that. Like, there's literally no reasonable basis to do that. I've never heard someone actually be able to, like, legitimately explain. Right? It's all just people being like, I just feel like she's not black.
It's a talking point for people in general, but when black people do it, it's an issue within the black community that we tend to question each other's blackness because You know, they say, oh, you're black, but you weren't raised around black people. Oh, you're black, but you're not black from America. And it's really an actual issue when you talk about the diaspora of, as far as like black people, and understanding like no matter where you're from, you can have a different ethnicity, you can have a different nationality, but your race is still black. And then it's just, you know, different type of black people. And so people struggle with that. And invalidating anyone's blackness is something that I'll never do, and I don't let people do. So like that's the only reason I hopped up, because I had been listening, and like when it hit that gear, I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" So.
Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna send everyone over to Dean's live right now, because Dean was gonna go live on his DNC Dean account. You're gonna send everyone over there, and then I'll probably start back up here, like after Dean's done as well.
All right. See you later.
All right. Well, good seeing you. Good seeing you as always. Oh, I needed to call you later and tell you, because I tried to call you after.
Yesterday.
Don't worry about it.
We were busy. Call me whenever you're free.
Yeah, I will. All right, I'll see you.
All right, bro.
All right, everyone. We're gonna go over to Dean's live. We're gonna spam Parker raid, spam love from Parker. He's gonna go on. Dean, you're going on DNC Dean, right? Sorry, he's listening right now, so he's gonna send me the message. What account is Dean on? Dean's on Dean Withers on YouTube. And then he'll be on DNC Dean on TikTok, I'm pretty sure. Did he just listen to it?
Oh, you wouldn't understand because you're a white man. You don't know race.
Oh, he's still listening to me talk to... He's still listening to me talk to Santana. So do just give him a second. Again, if you're on YouTube, everyone, I'd really appreciate that thumbs up. For everyone who's here on TikTok, Dean's about to be going live here in a second. I would say make sure to follow me here if you haven't already. I'll be live right after Dean's live. And we'll be doing this probably for an hour or two later on as well. So you guys can watch me again there. Make sure to follow if you haven't already. I'd really, really, really appreciate it, everyone. I'd really appreciate it. We're going to go send everyone over to DNC Dean on TikTok. Is he live right now? Let me see. He did click it. DNC Dean on TikTok. Everyone go over there. DNC Dean. Spam Parker raid. Spam love from Parker. I'll see y'all there. And by the way, the blessed one, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who said donations. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.